Hey, hey, welcome, welcome. We made it through another week, guys. We are winding down our weekends. We about to hop into a new week, but before we do that, you know, we got to bust it up with the gang. Uncensored Minds Reloaded, episode 140. We are here. I hope that everyone has had an amazing weekend. It has been hot and soggy today. So I hope that you guys are been doing okay in the rain. My fault. What's up, everybody? Shout out to everybody that's in the chat that's been checking in. I see a lot of little tired people, but hopefully you guys will wake up now that we are here and we about to get shit popping. Hope that you got your water or your wine and you're ready for some conversation tonight. Make sure to like and share the video if you haven't done so already. Also, make sure to hit the live notification bell so this way you can always stay in tune with us and tap in to whatever new content is uploaded. Also, please, 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 if you are not a member, please get with it. Okay, exclusive member content, perks, uh, gear, whatever it may be. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. We got some amazing things coming up for you guys too under the members only section of the cast. So please, 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 if you're not a member and you're interested in becoming a member, hit up one of the cast mates and we will be sure to point you in the right direction. Shout out to all the members that I see in the chat right now. Also, if you are new to the show, please say something in the comments so we can see who all is here and we can, show you some love. Thank you for joining the conversation tonight. What is up to everybody? I see you all in the chat. Carmel, thank you so much. I think you are our newest member. Welcome and thank you so much. What's up, Angelia, Tara, Juanita? I see all the usual suspects. Let's go. Sarah, I know you tired, honey. Hopefully you can stay up with us. Diana, Rhonda. Shout out to all the ladies. What's good? What's goody? How's everybody's weekend going? I know, listen, let me tell you, I will tell you, this heat has been wearing me down. For real, it has been wearing me down, and the rain just did not make it any better. I don't know what's worse, the heat or the rain. It just makes people go, I can't even tell you, but I hope that everybody has been, dealing with this heat and this weather, as best that they can. Did anybody eat any good a barbecue this week? Because I'm hungry now. I'm sitting here drinking Red Bull and I got my little wine and I'm starving. So I hope that everybody has at least had some good grub going on. And we got a dope show lined up for you tonight. So I hope that you're ready and we are going to be sure to wake that ass up. What's up? I'm looking for my partner in crime. No, T, we do not take midday naps. Where they do that at? We keep it pushing all day long. Make it make sense. I don't know if that's T or Nell. There he is, Mr. Make It Make Sense himself. Welcome to the stage, my brother.
Welcome. I'm about to say happy Friday, happy Sunday, everybody. Hopefully, everybody again has had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Sunday. And a beautiful week at that. I know we had quite a bit of rain here in the Philadelphia region, and I mean today. But it made for us just to be able to sit back and relax and chill, which sometimes you need. But as you all know, we're gonna get right into the shit tonight. We're gonna make it make sense. We're gonna cut up with Ish. We're gonna holler at you later. But let's get right into the icebreaker question. Right? So I know y'all been seeing it. Y'all can't say y'all haven't. The AI generated babies. What's your thoughts about that? Would you entertain an artificially created baby?
No.
No?
Yeah, no. Would you? I mean, would you really?
That's a great question because I think I might got one out there.
Mm.
I think I might have me a little youngin' out there that they say is mine. And this is my new look. This is my son right here, people.
I'm so cute.
Can you see the resemblance?
Mm-hmm.
They saying I'm the pappy. I'm the pappy. So
You
this is
is
my
the
son.
pimp.
So I just wanted to introduce the world to my son. His name is Kalojado Nasir Gathers. Say welcome.
Hey, boo. Hey, little cutie. I definitely would squeeze them cheeks though. Now he is cute.
So they saying that the artificial intelligence world is saying that with this face and his mother's face made this. Can you see the
Okay.
resemblance?
I can see the resemblance
Can you
for
see the
sure.
those that are my Facebook friends? The pictures are side by side on there, so go check it out and see if you see the resemblance. That's
Mhm. That is cute. I did not do it. Let me tell you, I was like interested. It did pique my curiosity, but I was just like, no, I am not going through this.
okay.
Forget it.
Okay.
Yeah, forget it. I'm like, whatever. But it was cute seeing. I didn't know what was happening. Like, I didn't know it was like AI babies or whatever. I just saw all these little generated babies, and I was like, oh, that's cute. But I kind of ignored it. But it's definitely a cute little thing now, and he's a cutie pie.
Thank you. I wanted to introduce the world for my boy.
Yes.
Boy, so yeah, the trend is going around. Typically, I don't hop on trends. I just wanted to see what it would look like. I just wanted to see if a child of mine took any resemblance of me. I could see a few things that people were saying, oh, the eyes and the nose, or whatever have you. So, being though I don't have any of my own, it was good to see what a possible child would look like for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do one for Guadalupe and see what my little baby girl looked like.
Listen, why was I about to call her Esperanza?
That's her
See
middle.
what I
That's her
Yeah,
middle.
oh, that's her middle name. I was
Yeah,
gonna say, see what Auntie Ish do. She done forgot
yeah.
the baby name.
It's Guadalupe Esmeralda Gathers. And I mean, just like that. It flows off the tongue. We call it Luke. We can call it Guada for the little nickname. We can call it L. We call it a lot of different things.
Yes, you and these babies now.
We cutting up the night, but
Yes.
we got a great show for y'all tonight. Um, as we do every once in a while, we got a show that is just all about nothing. It's just us just going into different things off script. Nothing planned, but a lot of fun, a lot of energy, and a lot of uncensored minds. So let's
Mhm.
get to the entertainment quick spin that is. Um, so as we all know, we had a former actress, a part of our crew here at Uncensored Minds, that is KD, who, starred in a couple of movies and things like that. Also, as she always calls it, she's booked and busy, but no more. Doesn't seem like she's booked and busy anymore because the actors have joined the writers on strike. And what does that mean for your favorite TV show and or movies?
Mhm.
What you got, Ish?
That means it's halted. Everything is on pause. All those favorite shows that we have, any new movies, slated to come out, are all on hold. The actors have now gone on strike with the writers. That means there is no movements, no action going on whatsoever. Hopefully, and this is the first one I believe they said in a good while. I know there was a strike in 1980, and then there was a strike on both in 1963, I believe it was, or it's been 63 years or something since they've both been on strike together. So hopefully that this doesn't last long, because it could mean a really boring fall lineup, because a lot of things that was due to finish be recorded, and all of that good stuff edited, could be could be a while before we see anything new on the TV. So therefore we might be using other resources besides the TV, for entertainment.
Okay. Bunch of
Yeah.
Guess we'll be catching up on reruns. We'll be binge watching some of our favorite shows, things
Mhm.
that people have recommended to us. There's a number of different programs out there that I guess we can watch until The new content is here. I'm kind of a little bit excited because, trash TV, which I call it,
Yeah.
I mean, such as, that whole BT Plus network, to me, needs a little revamping.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I mean, one thing I will say is at the end of the day, these people are people,
Mm-hmm.
got families. So, at some point, they got to get back to work, I guess, or come to some type of agreement,
Yeah.
for, what's best for them to
Yeah.
be their family and continue to, feel like they're compensated, equally. I guess that's what the strike is for.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And I don't think it's going to last too long. I mean, yeah, they might go back and forth in the negotiations for a minute, but I really believe that it's all going to boil down to money.
Money.
Like the money that's going to be lost while they're arguing about money. So what is going to be lost is going to be greater than what they're asking for. So they're going to cave in and they're going to give them what they need because they're going to be losing millions. The clock will be ticking in regards to that. So, hopefully they can wrap it up. Everybody can get back to their jobs, their business, and making that money.
But how about this? There's one show that I know that will not be affected by the writer's strike and or the actor's strike. Make it make sense. Will not be affected. Tailor-made kicks will not be affected. And Uncensored Minds will not be affected by the writers and or actor strike. So you can catch us every week.
Mm-hmm.
Every week at 8 or 9. And then bi-weekly every 8 on Saturday. For all your favorite shows here on the Tailor-Made Enterprise Network.
Yes,
Don't
facts.
forget that. That's
Facts.
one network that will always give you great content no matter what the writers or the actors are doing, because we control the narrative over here.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Facts. Nell, real quick, what show would you be disappointed that you're really looking forward to? That if it, if this strike lasts long, and it might not come back, what would it be?
Euphoria comes to mind. The Pink comes to mind.
Definitely.
That's all I could think of. Oh, The Shy, which I know is premiering in, what is that, September, August?
September. Yeah, I think they're very end. Yeah.
I guess they already wrapped up in film, so we ain't got to worry about that.
All
But
right.
those two shows right there are the main two, with the third one already wrapping up production and about to, drop us some content. Those three shows right there are the top of my list.
Right, right.
What
Yeah,
about,
the pink is definitely on my list. Ugh, I cannot. P Valley is my number one. I've been waiting for that anyway. But shows like Harlem, things that like I'm really into. What before we'll be back in 2026. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna be 50 years old in 2026.
Cut it. That's 3 years. Like that's a 3-year hiatus. So you
Yeah.
figure like a lot of people will really be missing a lot of their shows for a long time. Could possibly even lose interest after 3 years. Like what you doing? But yeah, the pink, like Harlem, like some of the the chick shows I really love. Power and that whole 50 Cent entity, the spinoffs and all of that. Like I would be disappointed to have to wait a long time to see them. So hopefully they'll wrap it up real quick so
Absolutely.
we can get back to business.
Absolutely. So shout out to all the writers out there, the actors who bring us all this amazing content that we're looking forward to. Hopefully y'all get back to it soon. That way, enjoy seeing y'all on a big screen, little screen, and any screen that appears you.
Mhm.
H to the is O, V to the is A. What comes to mind when you hear lyrics like that?
Mr. Jay-Z himself.
Greatness.
Greatness.
Jay-Z has a new exhibit at the Brooklyn Museum, highlighting his accomplishments over his rap career. It's called the Book of Hove. Let's for one give him a congratulations for such a pristine and prestigious rap career. It's dope. That's why I'm representing the New York area today with my blue and white on, just because of Hove's accomplishments in music and entertainment. Also we get to see a guy from who looks like us, comes from places like us, take over and be a billionaire. Married to a billionaire, has a successful family, and also a successful career. Shout outs to Jay-Z for giving us such amazing bodies of work from his first album Reasonable Doubt to this last album that we had an opportunity to consume a couple of years ago, 444. What's your favorite Hove album, Ish?
Listen, I'm going to tell you I don't know, the Black Album, maybe. Reasonable Doubt. I'm going to say Reasonable Doubt. Reasonable Doubt.
Okay.
It's so many, honestly. So many, honestly. I ain't even going to hold you, but yeah, I'm going to say Reasonable Doubt. Classic.
Okay.
Classic in my book.
So if you're looking to go after I give this, quick little thing, if you're looking to go, it's being held at the Brooklyn Public Library. The Brooklyn Public Library is in Brooklyn, New York. It is a central library and it is currently hosting, temporary exhibit dedicated to the iconic rapper and entrepreneur Jay-Z, named the Book of Hove. The exhibition showcases a vast collection of, material, including original masters, previous unseen photographs, stage outfits, prestigious awards, videos, and various artifacts representing different aspects of Jay-Z's professional life.
Yeah.
Jay-Z
Awesome.
had an unveiling of the exhibit the other day, with a host of celebrities came out to celebrate, the likes of Beyonce, Blue Ivy, Meek Mill, Yo Gotti, Michael Rubin, a host of other film celebrities like Regina King and Mike Tyson, people of that stature. Who else did you see in those photographs, Ish?
I think I've seen just about all that you've named. I didn't see any other individuals outside of that. I'm sure it was a ton more. I mean, you can only think Mike Rubin, I'm sure was there. Like just, just a whole bunch of people I'm sure came out to support
Robert
Jay-Z
Kraft,
and
the
right.
owner of the New England Patriots. And why it's so significant when you see people like that and when they make those names is because also their affiliation with reform, right?
Mm.
And that movement that they have with, people like the Robert Krafts, the Michael Rubins, the Meek Mills,
Mm.
Kim Kardashians, to reform, laws that will allow individuals to, see a release who've been, wrongly accused of crimes. Also,
Mm.
doing time for frivolous things that they may have got caught up in, like a marijuana case or a case that just has no legitimacy, but because of the lack of funds for them to get out or resources, they sit. So reform is one of those programs that Jay-Z is partnering with a number of different people to change lives of those that are incarcerated. So
Yeah,
again,
absolutely.
the whole
And just to tap into that now, they also have the exhibition by audio. If you are nowhere near Brooklyn and can't make it to Brooklyn, but you want to enjoy in the exhibition by audio, you're able to. It's on the site, the Book of Hove. I believe it's .com, if I'm not mistaken. I actually got a chance to listen to it today. It is amazing and dope, especially knowing what Jay-Z added to the culture, and also, just the timeless music that he provided to the world of hip hop. So it was dope. So if you like Jay-Z, if you are really into hip hop and you can't make it to the Brooklyn Public Library, you are able to listen to all of the volumes on bookofhove.com and to see what he's talking about. It's real dope.
shout outs to Jay-Z. My favorite Jay-Z album probably has to be The Blueprint. I really like The Blueprint. I also like Volume 1. That's also a favorite of mine. So shout outs to Hov for giving us great inspirational music to ride out to, and then also recite lines that will always be great captions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, facts.
Started my Facebook career whenever I opened my Facebook account many moons ago, and
Mhm.
those if you ever went back and seen some of my previous posts from when I first started, a lot of those were Jay-Z inspired quotes from different lyrics from different songs. So Ho has had a major impact on my life, um, and also my musical selection as well. So shout outs to Ho for definitely giving us some timeless material and classics.
Yeah, thanks.
Um,
And so Tara, before we move on, Tara and Janine, if you guys go, make sure to share with your Philly peeps, some pictures or just something, just in case we can't get up there fast enough. Nell, do you know how long it's supposed to last or run? Did they say?
they haven't said, but they're asking
Okay.
people in the New York area or just just people in general, just to support the exhibit so it can run out, so it can run longer. The more
Yeah.
support it will get, the longer it'll be there. So if you are in the Brooklyn area or you're planning on visiting the exhibit, please do. Share,
Mhm.
because that's the only way another way to keep the exhibit going, and also paying tribute to Jay-Z and his timeless works.
Facts.
All right. Let's go right into the next topic, right? We talked about this young lady in several different instances here, and we gotta talk about Suki with the good coochie. But today, it ain't Suki with the good coochie. It's called Suki with the pee pee coochie. So, Ish, tell us a little bit about what I'm just referring to when it comes to Miss Sukihana and her pee pee antics.
Right. All right. So we all know we talked about and discussed Suki an episode or two back where she was in a little situation with the young YK Osiris and him um, sexually assaulting her or assaulting her by the kiss while they were at an event. And, we discussed it then. However, she is now trending. She has been trending on Twitter and other socials for a video that has released from her OnlyFans. And when I say that the video was super explicit, it was super explicit. Okay, it showed her going to town with a rose, and at the end of it, some people debated whether it was a squirt or if it was pee. Now, if you saw the video and you said that it was pee, you were right. She did a follow-up interview, which stated it was pee. I like peeing on myself. So therefore, Suki made it known that she peed in the video. So not only was it explicit, but it was also nasty. And she says, for those people who say, I'm disgusting and I'm nasty, oh, well, I am. And what you saying? So Suki, she owned it and she stood she stood behind her making this OnlyFans video, which I heard got an excessive amount of views, and she probably made a nice penny on it. So, Nell, what are your thoughts?
I had to turn
To
my
hear it.
down so my brim did getting wet. You know what I mean? I don't need it to be pissy, but you know what I mean? People do anything for clout nowadays. People do anything to trend. People do anything for a dollar. And this goes back to a number of things I said. Not everything is for social media, but it just goes to show you what type of world we are in. The what sells and what makes people get to talking. And again, she did her job. She did exactly what she wanted to do. She got the people talking. So it looks like she quote unquote has won. But um, what this teaches, right? This just teaches these young girls nowadays who are so impressionable that not to have respect for yourself, right? She's at the end of the day, she's a mother that has two young impressionable kids, and one of her children is a girl, the other one is a boy. So just think of what they see when they see content of their mother, when they go on the internet, when they turn on the TV, or even years from now, even if she's shielding them from that, years from now, when they go to Google and type in her name, or even go to school, they are subjected to being ridiculed, being bullied, or even having to have to hear about their mother. And I don't think people understand that. We consume social media and we use it in so many of the wrong ways. And it leaves us vulnerable for when we get into relationships with our partners or prospective partners. It leaves us vulnerable for new opportunities and in our employment world. And it leaves us vulnerable for other opportunities that we don't take consideration of, which is our family tree.
Mm-hmm.
So we were asked this question, Ish, a couple of shows ago by T. The dollar.
Mm-hmm.
How important is the dollar to you? When you hear and see things like that, what does that tell you about the dollar? Is it that important to you to compromise your integrity, to put yourself out there to for your kids or your family to now have to defend you? Is that important? Or you just don't care?
Right. Yeah, for some people that dollar is, to them. And like, I've watched a couple of her interviews, and for her it's about survival. Like, she's going to do whatever it takes, and if that means that she's going to give this explicit and illicit content in exchange for dollars, then that's what she's going to do. She's spoken about that a lot. And for her, it is about feeding her children. Like, these are the things that she is choosing to do. And that is basically what her brand is made up of. You know what I mean? Her music, her appearance, her lingo. It is all sexually based and explicit. And this is what she has decided to do. And I think what's most important to her is stability, money, and getting to it, not any of the latter. You know what I mean? It is not about her legacy. It's not about her children. She's not thinking on that level. All she is thinking of is, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to feed my kids? How I'm going to live a lifestyle? And she stands behind what she does. And it's just, I don't know what she's going to feel in 20 years when it really all boils down to it and her kids become grown and they can really see some of the stuff that's out there,
I guess.
Yeah, you said you guess.
What about? I mean, and we throw this conversation out to the audience. What are your thoughts in regards? Does when you see things like this totally make you think twice about the content that you post on these social sites, because it could be demeaning and demonstrous, not just in the meantime. I mean, not just in the now, but also years from now, which could potentially handcuff you from other opportunities.
Mm-hmm.
Right? What does that look like? What does that look like for the people out there? And two, this is a question for the two of you. T, being a male perspective, you are, let's say you have Sukihana has an interest in you, or you get a girl that you're interested in and she's interested in you. Would this deter you from wifing her?
Is this my question?
The question for you.
What's up, everybody? Make sure y'all like and share the
Thanks,
video. Welcome to the greatest conversation that there is. It's not the nasty shit that's going to deter me. It's the loud ratchetness.
Okay.
Yeah.
So does it? So when you see an incident that she and YK Osiris had,
right,
then you see a chain of events that has led after that.
Right.
Any sympathy for that happened before?
I didn't have no sympathy when it happened the first time.
Right.
Yeah, I didn't have no sympathy when it happened the first time. It all just goes back around to picking and choosing when you want to play the victim. Basically.
Dangerous game, right?
Right.
Very dangerous game. Very dangerous game.
Mm-hmm.
That was our entertainment quick spin, people. Before we get out of here, on the entertainment quick spin, we've been seeing someone who we talked about again on our show a few times over, Jamie Foxx. He has made a couple of appearances now. It seemed like Jamie has poked his head out of the rabbit hole What do y'all think? Is this the artificial intelligence Jamie Foxx, or is this the real Jamie Foxx?
Jamie said, cut the bullshit. It's him. I'm so happy that he's okay. Like, y'all don't understand how much I love Jamie Foxx. I'm so happy that he's okay. I do not believe that it's a clone. I saw some, pictures circulating or whatever the case may be. People say it's a clone because we haven't heard anything. He hadn't made any statements, and then boom, he just popped out looking normal, but then not really looking like himself. So I know that it was speculations, but he said it's him, and he was able to heal and get well in peace. And he back at it.
Back.
Shout out to Jamie.
Shout out to Jamie Foxx, man. I'm definitely a fan, and I don't think it's a clone, but we'll see. The after effects. We'll see the after effects, how this plays out in the long run.
Yeah.
But no.
Yo.
And Ish. We about to go into a danger zone right now. I need to maybe walk something back from last week or the week before show. We had spoke about Adam 22 and his wife. I saw the video. I watched the whole thing.
You watched it? Interest?
Yo, I watched the whole video, dog.
Okay.
And I just want to say this, man. I was on Adam's side. I understand the lifestyle, and I mean, I'm one of those who is a give and take. I don't believe in that double standard shit where the guy could do this, but the girl can't do shit. But the problem is, I saw the fucking video.
And it ain't no coming back after that.
This is what the problem is with the video, man. I'm gonna tell y'all play by play what happened in this damn video, man. Now, one thing that happened was there was no kissing. So that was a good thing. She held it down. There was no kissing. All right. It starts off with her sucking him off, right? The head wasn't so great. She wasn't going in. That's not her dude. It's just porn. It was just like a regular basic head job. It wasn't nothing spectacular. It gets muddy and dangerous when the sex starts. Now, like Nell said, he was, I can't say what he is, but he's being gentle with her at first. And then at one point, this is the part. I need to just say that this particular part took me all the way back to when I was like 13 or 14 years old. And I wanted to call every single girl that I may have cheated on and apologize. Just because I understand that women think about these kind of things visually. Like if you cheat on a girl, they visually like see you having sex with the girl. And that's how their emotions, that's how they get emotionally tied into it. So he's smashing this chick now. And it's fucking snap, crackle, pop macaroni sounds in this bitch. The fucking, it's like the macaroni sounds is going crazy. So it's not only the macaroni sounds. It's this one line where she says, "Hold on, I need a break because it's too much." So
look at Nell got off the screen.
And hold on because it's too much. She needs a break. All right, so they continue smashing, right? I think she sucked them off again a little bit so she can get her break. They continue smashing. Now she's doing reverse cowgirl while holding up on a pole. Like, yo, it was getting outrageous, man. Listen. But the last and final straw was, since this is porn, y'all know that there's no condoms, right? So the last and final straw was he cream pied her. Not only did he cream pie her, no, she took her hand, she gripped it up, and she licked it. No. She's looking directly in the camera and she's eating this nigga's nut. I can't. I can't.
Oh,
I was rocking it until I saw the video, man. I wanted to be all
but
fair
here's
love and
the
war,
right.
but then I saw the video, man.
All right, but here's the thing. Like, if you are okay in it as the husband, like Adam
Right.
22, and you're okay in it, do you not expect it to come with the content, no matter what it might be?
It's the content of Ish. You ain't making that macaroni sound for everybody. You ain't telling everybody you need a break. It's too much. And you don't want to see your girl. Now, this is the part that I stand on because I'm a true believer in this. We're grown, so your girl has fucked people before she fucked you, and you have fucked people before you fuck your girl. That is a realistic fact. I live in the real world. My problem is you don't want to see your current wife eating a nigga's nut.
Adam, now baby, Adam. This is what you
Yes,
signed
she
up for,
enjoyed it,
sir.
Angelia.
Yeah, she enjoyed it.
And then this bull came out in the whole video and was like, yeah, I went kind of light on her the next time. I'm going to Pale Tail for real.
Listen, she ain't gonna be able to keep up. She better keep her ass right over there with Adam.
I mean, she was
Okay.
holding it down. She was holding it down. She was taking it. She was holding it down. The only thing that I will say is on Adam's side is that I've heard from a lot of women that say, you know, they wouldn't like that on a regular basis.
Right.
It would be just too much pain. Nobody got time for all that. So he could get a pass on that. She don't want that big dump. Well, I can't. She don't want to go through that every time she has sex.
Yeah.
Like, so she may enjoy sex with Adam on a regular basis more than she enjoyed that. My problem is that if she didn't, if she's having flashbacks, if the sex starts slowing down because she has sex with, I can't. It's too much going on. It's way too much going on.
Or it's way too much. Way too much.
Else that might be a little smaller. You know what I mean? She might. You never know. You open the door for these type of things. Pandora's box is hard to close.
Facts.
Facts. Hard to close.
Well, I wonder if he do y'all think he liked it?
Hold on, Ish. What part can't you control, Angelia? The part where she ate his nut? I think you can control that part. What is the part that you said you can't control? I'm lost. What's the part that you can't control?
I guess the only
I mean, I don't know if this is what Angelia is talking about, but I feel like you can't control how a session is going to go. You can't control the chemistry. You can't control the acts that happen during such. And you also can't control things like I need a break because your dick is too big and you rocking it crazy.
No. Hold on, Ish. My bad. Hold on, Ish. No, not.
That's what Angelia said. The macaroni sound.
I'm not saying that you can control the macaroni sound. I was saying that what if she don't make the macaroni sound with Adam? Like if you don't make the macaroni sound with me, and then you go make macaroni sound with this nigga on camera. Now I can't fuck with you after that. I'm sorry. There's no coming back from that. No, my question was, remember on The Best Man when he was about to marry her and he had the flashback and he saw Tay Diggs smashing her and she was like biting the sheets and all of that? That's what was happening. But it was for a long time. It wasn't for a quick flashback. It was for a long. I watched the whole fucking video. It got to be like at least a half an hour. I watched the whole joint on Twitter. I'm telling you.
Twitter is the
Twitter is no holds barred. I watched the whole video on Twitter.
Oh my god!
And this is y'all fault. This is y'all fault. This is you and Nell fault, Ish, because when we had our meeting on Thursday, we didn't have all of our topics. So I was on Twitter in the danger zone searching for topics, and she just happened to be trending. The video was leaked.
And she is trending. Well, listen, first of all, I am going to check this video out because I just got to see this shit for myself. And secondly, I don't feel bad for Adam. Like, you signed up for this shit. If she would have swallowed the nut, like, I don't know, whatever she would have done, well. Now you can't say, I don't want to be with you now.
Ish, that is worse. Her swallowing the nut would have been a quick little thing. She dug down there, scooped it out, and then licked it in the camera like.
I mean, she was immersed in that shit. Like she loved what she got.
Facts.
Yo,
that she needed to see it.
My nigga.
Adams opened the door for a lot of problems for herself though, because you got a lot of niggas
I don't know what to say, man.
And throwing shots, saying I'm gonna fuck your wife next and all this other shit. Adam has really, and you could tell he's a little butthurt because he's going on the defensive with people that has came at him about this. He's a little on edge. So Adam 22, be careful what you do when you putting your lady out there like that, bro. That's your lady, that's your queen. You can't sacrifice her like you can a jump off for a little girlfriend or something. You got that's your wife, brother.
Yeah, he probably said, give us some good content. And that's exactly what she did.
I mean, she is a porn star, so I expect her to give good content. It was Ish, it was your favorite word. It was the audio for a loop.
Yeah, it was the audio. It was the audio.
It was the audio. It was the audio. It was the audio and that licking of the cup. Like, why is you eating my man nut? That you going to? I would have killed Shorty right there.
Well, probably what she was thinking too is I'm gonna make it hot. Like I'm gonna send this shit into another stratosphere, and I gotta do a signature something. I gotta have because and two, not only that, if you think about it, like just in a woman's perspective, like we're never gonna want to be like, all right, I need a break, because your dick is too much. Right. So maybe to her, she had to like kind of redeem herself in a sense. Like, okay, I'm about to make this shit real spicy. Like, you know what I mean? I gotta end with a signature something to make me feel like, whew. Like, you know what I mean? Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think it was that. I think it was just, at first she had to get used to it. And then once she got used to it, it was throw everything else out the fucking window. Let's get this shit rocking. No, you have to see the one scene where it's reverse cowgirl and she's holding up on this wood pole. My nigga.
She needed some leverage because, if she would have bounced down on that dick, listen, she could have dislocated her vagina by doing that. So,
shout out to her, man. That's all I'm gonna say. Shout out to her. She's a trooper. Shout out to her.
Yes, that's crazy.
Where we at? Let's move on. I had to get that out. My bad.
Poor Adam.
What's up? I don't even know where we can go after that.
We're gonna go right here. We're gonna go right here to another story that's been trending all week since we're on trending topics. A missing Alabama woman returns home unharmed after telling the police she saw an unattended child. Who could we be talking about? 25-year-old Carly Russell. She sparked a nationwide search and also a search of the police department in her hometown. Was reported missing Thursday after she called police, and her family reported a claim that she saw a toddler walking alongside the interstate in Hoover, Alabama, which is about 8 miles south of Birmingham. Shortly after making the calls, Russell's whereabouts were uncertain.
That whole story kept to me, man.
About 10:45 p.m. local time on Saturday, the Hoover Police Department received a call saying Carly Russell had returned home on foot to her parents' house. I need questions.
You need questions, you need answers. Listen, I'm going to say first, let me just state that I am so glad that she is safe, right? She is safe and sound, one piece, she is alive, but make it make sense. Like, the shirts actually say it for us. Make it make sense, because I'm confused. I have questions. I need answers. The story makes no sense, absolutely whatsoever. And I don't know what is happening. What has happened? I don't know. I'm confused.
That whole story is kept to me, man. Nobody else saw the baby. How nobody else saw the baby on the highway, dog?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
that whole story is kept to me.
Yeah, it was big cap to me. Then her boyfriend went on Instagram to write that she's fighting for her life. But shout outs to the Birmingham Police Department or the Hoover Police Department for not blaming me. how could they blame you, brother, if she's driving home on the interstate and seeing a child? And what a lot of people were saying was, this is how sex traffickers and kidnappers and abductors are starting to lure people, away from their vehicles and snatching them by posting, car seats and strollers and, whatever. If I see a baby walking on the side of the road on 95 at 10:45 p.m., Darnell is going to keep it the fuck going.
Right.
As I'm on the phone with the police department, I'm saying, yo, is a baby on 95? How it got there, I don't know. But mile marker 95, y'all should go 96 or 76. Y'all need to go check. Getting out my car at that time of night is wild and crazy.
I know this is wrong, but I'm minding my business.
What you say? You minding your business? Oh damn, baby!
I ain't the only person that saw that baby. If that was a real baby on the highway, I ain't the only person that saw that baby. I'm minding my business. What I do want to say is, ladies, I did hear that there is, like Nell was saying, I heard that there's also another thing where people are leaving $5 on your front window. So they leave the $5 on your front window, and when you walk around to grab it and your back is turned, they snatching you up.
Yes. Please be careful at that. They not only leaving money, they leaving objects. So it's forcing you to get out of your car because you don't know what it is. Get out of your car and whatever. If you see anything like that, even if it's a pamphlet or a flyer for a club, like how they used to do back in the day, put little flyers on, they say either drive to your nearest police station or drive to a place that's heavily populated with people outside. That way you are safe. Okay. Don't take it off. Don't drive home, because either they're following you or the moment you get out, they're trying to take you. So please don't be a hero. Don't be a blonde. Don't be oblivious. Get in your car and drive to the most safest place you know. And that's probably the police station.
And it's only $5. That's not worth getting kidnapped for.
Yeah, at all. Not at all. At all. I mean, you could just see it, like it could just stay there, it could blow off. I mean, you just have to be mindful and just use your common sense at that certain point in time. Like, especially when you're a woman and it's either late or, even if it's in the daytime, they're not even caring right now. If anything just seems odd, just be aware of your surroundings. Like, it just, it's becoming more and more prevalent right now.
Look, Ish, you gotta do the reach around like this. You gotta be looking forward. You gotta do the reach around like this. You gotta grab it like this. You gotta do the reach around like this.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It ain't even worth it at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
And just be careful about when y'all going to these gas stations. Stop being on your phone. Stop lollygagging. If you gotta pay at the pump. Our phones now are sophisticated where it allows you to just Apple Pay or Android Pay or whatever the case may be. Tap your phone at the thing, get in your car, lock your doors. Once the pump is finished, put the shit up, get in your car and go. And that's the world we live in. We be so oblivious. We want to be on Instagram, we want to be on Facebook, we want to be texting and all that. Getting home safe should be always your number one priority. When you in the comforts of your own home or in a safe space, then you can pull your phones out and be on your little Instagrams and your little socials. But when you out in public nowadays, you got to be super, super careful and super vigilant, because it's not just happening at night. It's happening in broad day.
Yep.
Facts.
Yep.
It was this story that we reported in Southwest Philadelphia, the mass shooter. They didn't even report this on the news, but it just so happened it came on a couple of days afterwards. A woman and her two young kids, her twins, were in the car parked on the corner when the mass shooter started shooting. She got hit and her 2-year-old baby got hit.
Right.
Yeah.
It just sitting in the car.
Crazy.
At the light. So what that means is you got to be careful no matter where you are, no matter what time of day it is, no matter what the situation is. Always be present. It's the summertime. We want to be outside. We want to be at these concerts, at these street fairs, at these vendors.
I don't.
These are where people are causing a lot of havoc because they know it's people outside and they just want to be demons. You got to be careful when you out here at these concerts. I know y'all like to go live because y'all want to show everybody where y'all at. But sometimes going live could be or showing, or whatever could be the difference of being life or death, because we so into who we performing for that we forget to look around us. So please just be careful. That's all we just trying to iterate. reiterate to the folks is just be careful, be on the lookout, trust no one until you get to a place that where you can trust someone in something, which is typically home.
Yeah, and get you a listen, license to carry. Get you a piece. Get you some mace. Get you a poker. Whatever. Have them all if necessary, and be mindful. I see JC said that, and it's interesting because a lot of the times the vans will park. I've been seeing people posting videos about them parking close to like different cars. You know what I mean? So when you're trying to get into your car, it's easy for them to open a sliding door and just pull you in. Nobody can ever see. It's kind of a blind spot situation or whatever the case may be. So yeah, just be cognizant of your surroundings. Pay attention. If some shit don't look right, call the popo, go back in the store, get somebody to escort you to your car, get some witnesses or something, and like you said, get to safety. That shit is crazy, man.
Crazy.
Thanks.
Crazy.
What's up? What's the word?
All right, so proper vacation etiquette. Let's talk about it. It's summertime. We're seeing a couple of people posting on our social medias about proper vacation etiquette, the length of your vacation, the essentials, the desired destination, what type of finances, transportation, food, etc. What documentations do you need? How to even start out planning, even things that is in your mind. We're going to talk about that in this segment right here. Proper vacation etiquette.
All right, I want to break this down in every sense of the vacation. So we're going to start at the length of the vacation. What is your preferred level of the length? How long you want to be on vacation? Y'all can answer in the chat as well too.
Yeah, I want to be on vacation for as long as possible. 5 to 7 days minimum for me. I mean, like I know the 3-day getaways are good, 4 day. It just doesn't seem long enough for me. So I would definitely say 5 to 7 days at a minimum for me.
What's up now? What's your line?
It depends on where I'm vacationing at. Typically, when I'm vacationing in the States, I like to do a 4-day, 4-day, 5 nights. If I'm outside of the country, I typically like to take a 7 to 9 day, if not longer, because I want to see everything that's over there. But if I'm stateside or even in the Caribbean, give me a good 4 to 5 days, and I'm ready to come back to my comfort zone. But if I'm overseas, or something like that, I like to do it a little longer so I can enjoy my vacation, but also take a couple of days to rest.
Yeah.
Over there too.
Yeah, facts.
All right,
They say overseas is good 7 to 14 days.
Yes.
When you go overseas.
Yes. And why that is because you're trying to cram everything into a new exciting exploration. Like you're exploring all those days, and it can kind of get tedious. You can actually overdo yourself because there's so many things you want to see, right? Like last year when we went to Spain, Italy, and France, every place that we stopped at, every country, it was something special there. When we stopped in France and we went to Paris, I needed to see the Eiffel Tower. Right. When I was in Spain, I needed to see Barcelona and everything that's in there. And when I went to Italy, I needed to see the Colosseum, and I needed to see the cathedral, and I needed to see all of the Vatican, and I needed to see all those places like that. So if you don't take those times longer than 4 or 5 days, you can cram everything in and then come back tired. Plus the plane rides when you're traveling overseas, crazy. 10-hour trips, 8 to 10 hour plane rides sitting in that one spot. You need a nap. You need a day to recover just from that.
Right.
But yeah, 7 days if I'm stateside is a little too much. Now, there's one place that I cannot do for more than 3 to 4 days. Anything over 3 days in this place is too much for me. That's called Las Vegas.
Oh yeah.
Vegas is cool, but Las Vegas is overly overrated. Las Vegas is a place where for me, I like to go hit the couple attractions, see a show or two, be an usher or the Lion King, walk the strip here and there.
Usher or the Lion King.
Lion King, gotta see that every time I go there. Might it depend on when I'm going. I might catch a summer league basketball game, and whatever the case may be. Hit the strip once or twice. Sit down at the crap tables for 15 minutes, and now I'm ready to go. What about you?
Yeah, Vegas. I've done Vegas 3 times. I'm good. I don't think I ever want to go back to Vegas. Like, unless it's for an event, like if somebody is doing something there and I have to go, be a part of, or whatever the case may be. But I think I've had my fill of it as far as just, destination places to visit. I'm good. Because like Nell said, like after day 3, between the heat, the walking, the gambling, and you see your first couple shows within the first few nights, like what else is there to do? Honestly, I'm over it. So I'm good on Vegas. Now if I was with somebody and they ain't never been and they wanted to go, okay, we can go, but I'm over it.
I ain't going.
You ever been?
Don't never want to go there.
Right. Why? Because it's the gambling, the heat. Like, what is it?
Why am I going to Vegas?
The free pussy not the free pussy, the pussy that's on the strip. Like, because
Nah, I'm good. Typically, I would say after day 4, wherever I go, it doesn't fucking matter. After day 4, I'm ready to go. But depending on how long the plane ride is, I do need that day. Like, I do need the day that we land to chill, and I need a day before we're about to come back to chill. Yeah. So that would be 5 days in total.
Yes.
That would be where I max out.
Crucial that rest day after your plane ride or your travel.
No, after when I get back home, I'm cool. My second wind gonna kick in, but it's when I wake up. It's when I wake up and I know I gotta get on the plane and go on this long plane ride.
I'm talking about going. I don't think people understand how crucial it is when you're going, because you waking up probably super early in the morning to get yourself ready to get to the airport. Then you're sitting there waiting to get on the flight. You gotta stand in on lines to check your bags, and gotta stand in security lines. Then you get on the plane and you gotta do all that. Then you baggage claim it up. Then your transportation taking you to wherever you're going. That shit is tiring.
Yeah.
I need to get a nap or a nice rest of the night. That first night on a vacation, I ain't good to nobody. I'm no good to nobody. You can catch me in my room.
Right.
Facts.
Yeah.
So within that, right? How are y'all planning y'all vacations? What are some tools that y'all would give to the people that's out there that are not heavy vacationers, that are looking to vacation, that need some tips and tools to plan these vacations? How are y'all booking y'all trips?
I don't do that. That's for the shorties.
Right, as I was about to say. Well, most of the women normally do the planning, but whether you have a good agent.
What did you say again?
Who, me? I said that's for the shorties.
No. The green maker made sure sense. I mean, the green maker. I'm so flabbergasted. What did you say? Who makes the plans?
Yeah, I said most of the women makes the plans. They make the plans. Even if the guy comes up with the idea, the women typically makes the plans. So if he says, "Hey babe, let's do a getaway," or whatever the case may be, cool, I got you. And then you be on it. Whether you have a travel agent, you figure you pick your destination, you give yourself plenty of time. So this way, if you are paying in full, cool, you can get it out the way. If you need time to make your payments, because they give you, different payment options, you have time to plan that out. This gives you time to take off from work. It gives you time to come up with your outfits. It gives you time to get your transportation and your methods of, how you're getting to and from the airport and all of that good stuff in place. Like, all of these things are so important when you're planning a trip, because you want everything to be seamless.
I do want
to have to be all fucked up.
I do want to say that I hate connecting flights, so that's a dead. That's a dead issue. No more connecting flights. It's only straight flights.
I know that's bad.
What?
She said that's not true, Ish. I know, ladies.
And also, I'm getting out of my coach era. So this is probably like the last year that I'll even accept to fly coach.
It ain't nowhere the way.
Bougie shit happening. Bougie shit happening.
No, I need my leg room, Ish. I need my leg room.
I agree.
I need my leg room.
And it's it's shapeshifters and shit traveling on the airplanes nowadays. So maybe they won't be so in first class. Did y'all see the video about the lady on the plane and the shapeshifter and all of that? So first class only. Oh, you didn't see it? Too?
No, I didn't see it, but I definitely need my leg room, man.
Now
hold on now, because I want to stay right there for a second. How early y'all get into the airport? Because I'll be getting there like half an hour, maybe.
You be pushing it.
Yeah,
you be pushing it.
Like I will push the pedal. Like I don't. How early y'all get into the airport?
I'm 15 minutes before the flight takeoff.
You too. Like that's pushing it because you don't know what you're going to encounter when you get to the airport.
2 hours ahead. What the fuck am I sitting?
Right. I don't want to sit in the airport for fucking 2 hours.
Like, I like being around people. I hate it.
Yeah, so the rule of thumb used to be the 2 hours, right? It used to be get there 2 hours and all of that good stuff. I mean, now I give myself 45 minutes to an hour, and I know that I'm gonna be sitting and chilling, but I never know what I am going to encounter like when I get there. So I never want to miss my flight. So I definitely give myself at least 45 minutes to
an hour. What are y'all doing dress wise? Like, are y'all wearing the loose clothing? What are y'all doing to get through the line quick?
Yeah. I'm bummy dummy out this joint. I wear sweats and a tee and a hoodie.
Yeah.
And this is the only time I wear socks.
Right.
The only time I wear socks is when I am going through the airport because my feet gotta touch that ground. When you're going through security. So that's the only time I wear socks, when you got to take your shoes off and put them on a conveyor belt. But I've even gotten it down to the science where I have the quick, what is that? The security quick check. I can just go right through the quick check and I don't have to take my shoes off because I've already been screened and that comes on my ticket now, that I can just walk through without having to take off my shoes, or you know what I mean? I got to go through the metal detector, but I don't got to take off my shoes. I hate that, but that's just the only time I wear socks.
All right, I'm normally holding up the line a little bit just because I'm normally always got like maybe my computer, maybe like both of my computers. Like I normally be having like my electronic shit, and then when I walk through the joint, since I have some metal shit, in my leg, I get stopped in that joint too sometimes.
Now, I travel so relaxed and light. My little book bag got nothing in there but my essentials, like my medicines and stuff. I do carry a book bag that will contain personal items, because I've learned from past mistakes of putting stuff in my checked in bag, my check bag, and them losing my bag for a couple of days or so.
Yeah, let's stay right there. I'm never checking a fucking bag. Never. I never have, and I never fucking will. I don't trust it.
Well, you gotta check your bag when you flying international.
Yeah,
because it has to go customs. All your bags have to pass through customs unless you're carrying your carry-on bag and it's your luggage and you can stow it above your head.
Right, that's normally what I do.
Me, my bougie ass got 2 or 3 suitcases, one full of sneaks. Depending on how long I'm over there for, you know what I mean? I'm packing sneaks in one, but I learned from that mistake too. I, went to Mexico one year and somebody stole my sneaks out my bag.
That's what I'm saying. I don't trust it.
Yeah, it's craziness. Like if I'm traveling local, well, not local, but very close, like within the States, it's a carry-on for me. I've learned the gift of packing and rolling and all of that, and being able to tuck everything in a overhead, you know what I mean? And just being able to just go like that. And I do not like to sit and wait for the bags to come through the carousel and all of that. Nobody got time for it. So
what are y'all flying? What's your favorite airline?
Spirit.
Not Spirit.
No, I'm just joking.
I'm American Airlines in it, man. I'm American Airlines in it. That's it.
I've always had good stuff with American. I mean, good experiences with American. Southwest, I had the worst experience. My last Southwest flight from Orlando, it was the worst. I don't know if I will ever fly Southwest again. But yeah, American's definitely my favorite. Or United, actually. Is there still a United?
Yeah, I would do United. But my go-to is American Airlines. What's up, Nell? What you doing over there?
Frontier Spirit, fuck was y'all talking?
Y'all know Nell bougie ass bullshit.
Right.
Spirit of Frontier, please. Unless I'm going somewhere, like if I'm going overseas again, I can't, because typically they don't. It depends on however the trip was, planned. But yeah, if I'm going to Atlanta, them flights is $48. I'm over there.
I can't.
That's a quick hour and a half flight. I'm up there now. Yellow airplane or green airplane, me please.
Right.
All right, what do you
but that's
need?
a short one, so that's cool, right?
What do y'all need sitting in your seat?
No one next to me.
Wouldn't that be fucking nice?
It's 2 seats that I choose. It's either the exit row. I need the extended leg room because of my MS. My body locks up from being in a position too long, so I need to stretch my legs out. And I typically will buy my seat at the last minute because that exit row is always available at the last minute. And then I'll see who's sitting next to me. So if one seat in the middle was unoccupied, I'll buy that row. So nobody can sit next to me, so I can kind of like lean a little bit or whatever, so I can give myself a little bit more room.
Yeah, I'm claustrophobic, so I've outgrown the window seat. Like I used to do that because I used to fly out with a kid.
I like the window seat because I'm gonna take a couple flicks or something. I hate the middle seat.
Yeah, I hate the.
Yeah, no middle seat. I used to love the window seat. The older I got, can't do it. I'm claustrophobic. I can't be like up against and then other people that's near me. I need to be on the end. It's the only way I can fly.
Really?
Yeah, otherwise I'm elbowing niggas. I can't. I have to be on the end.
Yeah, that's my personal preference is to be on that outside seat.
You do? You like the outside?
Yeah, because I need to stretch my leg. I need to stretch my leg out.
Me, if I'm inside of a normal row, I gotta be next to a window. I can't sit in the middle or on the edge because my shoulders is too broad. I got the fucking cart keep hitting me. I'm trying to sleep, somebody keep hitting me going to the bathroom. You know what I mean? Or the middle seat, I'm here like this, and there's always 2 people sitting next to me that's big too. So I need to sit by the window so I can kind of lay there and go to sleep. Because I'm good for sleeping on a plane.
Can I ask? I'm definitely going to sleep. I'm definitely taking the Tylenol PM in the airport. I'm definitely going to sleep. I normally would have my computer or my phone ready with my music, or I would have a movie on my computer, depending on how long the flight is. But I'm definitely taking the Tylenol PM, and I'm gonna be sleeping like 20 minutes.
Yeah, I'm sleep. So, and that's why I love early flights. Because you already be dumb tired when you wake up. So the first thing you want to do is close your eyes. Night flights, hate them. Just because I'm like, if we go down, who the fuck gonna find me at night?
Ish, do you need a blanket or do you need the pillow joint right in your neck?
Yeah, I got my travel blanket. I got my neck roll. I definitely be all suited and booted.
I normally have the neck roll joint, but I normally be sleeping, don't even use the shit. Like I'll be having it. I don't even use that joint.
Yeah.
I hate people with neck rolls. I'm like,
why?
That shit is so fucking dumb.
Right. It be in the way.
But
it's so in the way. It be in the way.
Listen, I be walking through the airport with it on my neck, on my bag, or whatever. I do be needing it because listen, if y'all don't know, I got a long ass neck. It be needing some support. It needs some support. So I need my little neck roll pillow. And I don't sleep though. I just need something to be comfortable.
You stay up the whole flight?
That window.
Even if I'm dead ass tired, I'm up. I need to see what's going on. Listen, what ain't no going to sleep for me. If we going down, I need to be woke and I need to know what is happening so I can get to safety.
Are y'all eating a snack?
When that flight is taking off and it's going up, my eyes
after that is
cutting that window and I'm going to sleep. I don't know nothing after that thing take off.
Are y'all eating a snack?
What snack? They don't even get snacks no more.
Those cookies, the airplane cookies, you crazy, girl.
The airplane biscotti cookies.
Facts. Those fucking cookies is off the hook.
See, I told y'all the last time I flew Southwest. Like,
let's give you peanuts and
fuck them peanuts. No, I have my own goddamn snacks. Fuck them peanuts.
Yeah, I know we will have my own snack, but I'm fucking them cookies up.
Yeah, the cookies be popping, but
give me cookies and water. When that she come past with the water, with the cart with the water, give me a water and a cookie.
All right, how y'all handling the crying baby?
Or the shitty baby? Because the smells be reeking.
What you said now?
I don't hear it. I be knocked out.
Oh,
I sleep hard.
You sleep through the baby crying too?
sleep through everything. Somebody could be blowing my door open, and I won't hear them.
That's crazy.
That's crazy. I need to know what's going on.
I'm going to sleep
I
to
got my
escape the
Friday
fucking
Night
baby
Light hoodie
driver.
on. I put my hoodie over my head. I'm done.
Wait a minute, trail mix. Nobody want that shit, Angelia?
Yeah, come on with the trail mix, Southwest. Like y'all need to get y'all lives together. Don't nobody want no damn
We're not
trail
going to trail
mix.
mix, man.
Yeah.
All right, I do want to talk about essentials that y'all pack in y'all bag, man. Are y'all like I have the little small clear John that people always make sure I have, which would have my small little toothpaste in there. I'm not buying none of that shit when I get wherever we going.
Okay.
So I'm gonna have my little toothpaste. I'm gonna make sure I have my own little John of lotion and all of that. Are y'all making sure? Are y'all taking all of that? No,
Yep.
like no.
No. Bye, Nell. Yes, you do. Cut that shit out. I
Yeah,
make sure all them little travel stuff.
I got to, but I keep that again in my book bag.
Right.
Because if my carry on, if that check bag gets lost, I don't got shit. So my soap is in there, my deodorant's in there,
Facts.
my medicine is in there, my brush is in there.
Facts.
And my toothbrush, and that's going to get me through the week. I can keep the same clothes on, wash my drawers out through hand, but I can't. It's hard when you go on vacation. If you stand stateside, you can go to a Walmart, whatever. But if you're going out the country, it's kind of hard to pick those things up depending on what type of vacation you're going, because you don't know.
I most definitely gotta have my own personal lotion and my own personal oil because I be feeling like hotel lotion sucks.
Yeah, that hotel lotion is ridiculous. There are some items like if I'm going to like an island or something and I need like for my hair, I need like a lot of shampoo or something. Like I will because you only have certain amount of ounces that can be in liquids that you can pack. You know what I mean? So certain items that you can't necessarily travel with, I will get while I'm there because then I'll utilize it there and then I'll just either leave it or I'll use it all, whatever the case may be. But for the most part, I'm making sure I got all my stuff, lotion.
All right, now what's next on the list? Desired destinations. Where are y'all the desired destinations? What's up? Y'all know I'm West Coast and I'm LA. There's one place I do want to go to, Seattle. That's probably the only place that I want to go that I haven't been yet.
One place I haven't been yet that I think I'm going to go probably is the Maldives. That's next on the list. I know Egypt is next on the list as well next year. We're going to Cairo in 2024. So that's coming up. The Maldives, we try and plan that as a family now. So it's a number of different places. I kind of we did a lot of the things in the United States. So kind of want to go a little further. I want to go to Hong Kong. I want to see what their sneaker culture is out there, or China. I want to definitely go out there and check what their sneaker culture looks like. I'm always watching videos of, what their sneaker, culture looks like over there, and I'm superly impressed with it. So I want to definitely go out there and check that out. But the flight is literally like 18 hours.
I'm only very of traveling overseas because I hate long ass flights. I hate the 5-hour flight to LA first and foremost. So the overseas trips is going to fucking bother me. But also they have specific rules that I just can't abide by. Like certain places have the no cursing rule, and the women have to be fully. I can't. I'm cool.
Like the sis that got arrested in Dubai.
I can't do all of these rules. I'm a rebel. I'm going to break a fucking rule.
Yeah, this guy just got arrested in Dubai for screaming. So you got to know the culture, you got to know the rules before you actually go. So this way, you're not doing something that is against, their law or whatever the case may be. You got to definitely do your research.
What's your place?
But Bali, Indonesia first. That's number one. Maldives and the Amalfi Coast. So those are my top 3 that I definitely need to get to.
That's right up there in Malta, right? The Amalfi Coast. That's beautiful. We wasn't too far from there when we was in Italy. Unfortunately, wasn't able to make the Greece trip this year, but that's definitely got repostponed. So we're gonna check that out before.
I see somebody in the chat saying Japan. I do want to say that one of my cousins told me that he went to Japan and he said that you can get a girl for like $40 and she'll stay with you your whole stay.
Yeah.
And do whatever it is that you
do whatever you want to do.
Whatever you want to do.
I'm scared.
Right.
I'm
You gotta be a
scared.
rebel for that type of thing.
I'm
Like,
cool out of town work. You know what I mean?
All right, now, how much we spending on a vacation? What's your price? How much we spending for vacations? What we doing?
That's crazy.
What's the average? What's the average?
Depending on if we stateside, somewhere like a Jamaica, a Bahamas, that's probably about, depending on how your whole stay, is probably about 1,500, 2,000 at the most. If
I'm
you
spending more than that to go to LA.
I'm talking about, but if you plan it right,
Right.
and you got a nice size group, you can definitely get some group rebates. You know, if you plan it.
That's what I want to ask you. Do you prefer all inclusive?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't all inclusive. Nell typically don't want to be there because, for one, the vacation is expensive itself, just flying there and the room. And then two, you know what I mean? Who wants to pay for their meals? You want to be able to sit down to different meals, have different choices on different days. So yes, all inclusive is definitely the way to go.
Yeah. And some places don't offer all inclusive. And I'll be like, what?
Yeah. Aruba is a place that typically doesn't offer an all-inclusive resort.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, but Puerto Rico don't either.
Yeah, Puerto Rico doesn't either. But typically, you know, I like to go to places that offer an all-inclusive type of stays, just because of, you know, when we're going with a nice sized group, so it accommodates everybody's wishes and everybody can, you know, have something.
All right, before we get to you, Ish, I want to ask Nell, how much are you spending on an average during the vacation?
Do you know, since, you know, when I had no better, I was taking $1,000 and going stupid with it. If you ask me that question today, the most I might take is $300-$400.
Right.
I'm typically bringing back $350 of that $400 because I only bought t-shirts and a couple t-shirts here, a couple t-shirts there, but I ain't spending no money over there. It ain't nothing I need that bad. The only reason why I'm taking that much money of $400 if I need to fly back home.
Right.
But what I'll do is I'll price a one-way flight, if I ever get stuck somewhere, what I need to get myself back home, and I will have that available. That way I can get my ass back home. But for most part, I ain't buying shit. What I need.
Thanks. All right, Ish, what we looking like?
So I mean, typically, like Nell said, like something like very not international. Yeah, I would say about 2,000, 2,500, depending on, you know, where you're going. Overseas, of course, you know, you're gonna spend upwards of $5,000-$6,000 depending on where you're going with flight and hotel or whatever the case may be. Spending money, I don't know. I'm always like, I carry very little cash, which might not always be a good thing. So I always just typically, you know, just have whatever money is in my account and my savings, you know, so I always have access to money. But if I'm going to carry some cash, it's typically about $300 or $400 too. I don't want to lose it. I don't want to get pickpocketed. You know, I keep shit to a minimum. So
let us know in the chat what is your average budget for a vacation. I don't know where y'all going, because when I go to LA, I'm spending like at least a 5-piece. Like it's a 5-piece.
But honestly, that's what I'm saying. The flights to Cali, even in certain areas, even if you flying into San Fran, if you fly into LA, like wherever, it is expensive, the flights alone. So if you're not going to like stay with family and you have to like get a hotel or whatever the case may be, that's going to be another whatever the case, you know. So LA is, you know, Cali is expensive to fly to. Some flights is high.
All right, Nell is over there getting his budget together. Transportation wise, Ish, is it preferred flying or would you prefer a road trip? Let us know in the chat, what is y'all preferred transportation? Would you prefer would you prefer taking a flight, catching a train, or would you prefer going on a road trip and driving?
Nigga, I ain't driving no motherfucking way.
Train? What? Train?
For one, I like to get.
I've been on a couple train trips.
I like to get there and get back.
I ain't mad at a train
taking
trip.
the drive is every bit of it. Depending on where we're going. You driving?
What's up, Ish? What we doing?
You driving to South Carolina? Ain't nobody trying to drive no 8
we should prefer,
hours to Myrtle Beach. I want to fly there, get there, and
Yeah.
get the fuck out and get into the vacation. I don't got time to be driving.
Are
Right.
y'all
I
with getting rentals when you get there?
Yes.
I'm not. I don't want to deal with the headache of a rental unless I have extensions of where I'm staying. Meaning, if I am going to other cities that are like an hour or two away or whatever the case may be, then rental for me. But if I'm doing activities or sightseeing or whatever within a 20-minute vicinity or whatever, just Uber me. I'd rather not deal with the picking up and the returning of the rental. Like, you know what I mean? I'm cool with that. However, I have been seeing a lot of shit in regards to like Uber in certain, vacation areas and things like that that haven't been on the up and up. So, that might change my mind a little bit. But for the most part, I'd rather just be able to hop in, hop out, and not have to deal with the rentals.
Angelia, I wouldn't trust just taking only cash. That's not a good idea, because if you lose that cash, you ass out. Like,
Right. Right.
you
Right.
gotta balance that out. Like, you gotta do like half and half, or like,
Mhm.
I wouldn't just do only cash.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I'm in the States, I gotta get a rental. I don't trust Ubers. Don't trust Lyfts. You never know who you get in the car with.
You're
You
right.
never
Yeah.
look like. So I like to take myself where I want to go, because when it's time for me to leave and I want to get in my car, I want to go.
Right.
Y'all do. I see somebody in the chat. Y'all do Airbnbs? I don't do Airbnbs.
Mm-mm. I don't know why. When I went to Orlando, like we were in an Airbnb, like my family, we were in an Airbnb. I necessarily wouldn't do that myself. I'm cool. But now they got so much stuff with the hotels too. You got to be mindful. Like, you just got to do your research and stay
And I
up.
give y'all a quick hack. Can I give y'all a quick hack? And this is something that I learned from staying in hotels. What you do, if you're going on an Airbnb, I employ everybody to go to your local, when you get there, go to your local Walmart, Rite Aid, or CVS,
Or Walgreens.
or Walgreens. Get you a spray bottle of alcohol. Why? Why is that important? Because when you get to these Airbnbs or hotels, what you want to do is not, because I see a lot of people that say, oh, I'm going to just disinfect. I'm going to take some Lysol and I'm going to spray the bed down with Lysol. That don't kill animals or germs. It kills some germs, but it doesn't kill living animals, such as bugs. A 91% alcohol will. You spray that on your furniture, right? Take your spray bottle and spray it on your bed, lifting back the sheet. If you're in an Airbnb or a hotel,
Right.
take your sheets off, spray the bread down. If you got a upholstery hairboard, spray that as well. Within 20 minutes after you've sprayed, go back with your light on your phone or a light that you may have in your purse or whatever, or your bag, and look for bugs. The alcohol will bring the bed bugs and the mites up so it can be seen on the surface, because the alcohol is suffocating them and they need to come up. So that is a quick hack to see if you are laying in a bed that has bed bugs.
All right, no, I got questions. No, you wouldn't do a train ride?
Yeah, I would do a train ride.
Would you do a bus ride?
No, I did that. I'm trying. When I was 17 years old, I have a little brother who lived in Orlando, and he was going back because he came up here for summer vacation.
Right.
And my dad, being cheap, that's when Greyhound had buy one ticket, get one free.
No, the Greyhound. I did a couple Greyhound trips in my
Down
day.
to Florida, Orlando, Florida, and the Greyhound took me a day and a half to get to Orlando, and I wanted to kill myself and my dad. I got on my phone and called my mama and said, please, I can't do this no more. She flew me back. So that bus ride totally killed it for me, because it ain't nothing like sitting on a bus for hours.
Facts. I did a bus trip to North Carolina and it was the worst. And I'm never doing that again. But I will catch a mega bus to New York if I'm going to New York real quick and I don't feel like driving. I will catch a mega bus to New York. And you can catch the Chinese bus for like $10 in New York. If you were to
Yeah,
jam,
yeah.
you want to make
You gotta be Viking though. You gotta be a
Right.
straight Viking for the
the
Chinese.
Chinese bus.
Yeah, I'd rather do the mega. The mega's a little bit safer,
Right.
you know, a little bit more bougie. But yeah, when you don't feel like doing nothing, you get right off at 42nd Street,
Yeah.
and it take you right into Midtown Manhattan. Get you to it, and then get on either the train or get you a little taxi or whatever, and get to where you need to get to. Absolutely.
Facts. I'm not mad at it. All right. The last one in this category is food. Are y'all trying new foods? Or are you getting your regular staple that you normally get when you home?
Regular,
no food poisoning for me. I'm definitely trying. Like that's what I want to experience. Like, you know, most of the time when I go somewhere new, I try something new. Like that's just always like a rule of thumb for me. I know it's tricky. And I know it's like, you know, something that might be just like, you know, taking a chance, but I'm definitely with trying some new shit.
I do want to say that one time, I believe this was a Florida trip. I don't know if this was a Florida or a Virginia trip, but one of these trips, I left my bag on the floor. And that is the worst thing that you can do, people, because I definitely got bit up by something. I don't know what the fuck it was, but I definitely got bit up that trip because I left my bag on the floor.
Mama always told me never put my bag on the floor, like ever.
Thanks.
Any kind of bag. Oh well, no, I'm lying because when I'm on the plane, then I'm setting my bag underneath.
Yeah, on a plane is different, but I mean in
yeah.
hotels and shit like that.
Nope.
Yeah. As far as food, I would try some new foods. Like I like to try spicy shit or something like that. I'll try some new shit, or I'll try like a different kind of shrimp meal. I'll try some shit when I'm on vacation. Yeah, I will try some shit.
Yeah, Nell said nope, not food poisoning me.
You gotta remember, I got food allergies, and a lot of my allergies stem.
Oh yeah.
So, I had a food allergy before, and my eyes swelled up. It was crazy.
It's lights out. If I have consumed some type of something oniony or something that's made with mayonnaise, is over for the vacation. So I typically stick to the script: French fries,
not French fries,
little fried shrimp. It's on the menu. Little steak, but after that, Nell is not. Now I'm cool.
Yeah, I would try some shit. You trying some shit?
Yep, I'm trying some shit. Like I want to experience something different. Like it just comes with, for me, it just comes with the atmosphere. So I'm someplace new. I want to try something new.
Escargot.
I would try squid. Like, well, I've had squid beside calamari, like actual squid, like the delicacy.
I take y'all down south to the family ranch. You gonna try some moose knuckle?
No.
You gotta try this. The delicacy.
No.
Now we gonna be a little, mindful of what we try.
Having no
know what?
Hog maw.
My mom made me try that shit when I was a little girl, and I told Mama never again.
You ain't having no liver. You ain't eating no liver.
She made me try that, and no, that's just disgusting.
Yeah, like, I'm not eating no liver.
No tongue. You ain't eating no cow tongue.
Cow tongue.
None of that. I'm not eating
feet.
No frog legs. I'm not eating none of that.
Oh, well, frog legs I heard taste like chicken, depending on how they're prepared.
All that country shit y'all can keep.
Oh, turtle. I want to try turtle. I do want to try turtle.
Keep all that country shit. I'm cool.
Yeah, like turtle soup or something. Probably like that would probably be something I would try like in Bali, like Indonesia.
You wild. Well, we got for Thanksgiving, we typically go down south for Thanksgiving. And I seen for the first time in my many moons going down, in my many years of going down there, my cousin catching the chicken and killing it and putting it on the table, like cooking it, like killing it, breaking its neck, plucking the feathers off, cleaning it, cooking it, and putting it on the table. I'm not doing that. That right there scarred me for life.
Facts. Nell, can we address this once and foremost? For the last time, there is no Philly cheesesteaks outside of Philly.
Yeah, stop calling it Philly steak and cheese. That's not even a real word. It's called cheese steak. Philly steak and cheese is a fake. Facts. You really want a real cheese steak, you got to come to the area, and the area is definitely Philadelphia. You can even get one in Jersey. and Delaware as well. But you got to come to the area to experience a real cheesesteak, and you can't go to the bougie.
I still wouldn't get one in Jersey or Delaware.
You wouldn't?
Nah.
Yeah.
If I'm getting a cheesesteak, it's going to be in my city, man.
In your city. Yeah, and please don't go to Geno's. Please don't go to Pat's. Please don't go to Tony Luke's. You got to go to the Poppy store. You got to go to Jim's. You got to go to one of these Max's. You got to go to one of these reputable Ishkabibles. You got to go to one of these reputable places that is not a tourist attraction, because you're going to be disappointed and not get a real Philly cheesesteak.
It'd be so horrible when you out of town and they have like Philly cheesesteaks on the menu. You just look at it like, you know that ain't right.
Like, this shit ain't it. And then don't try to taste it, because I've gone places and people be like, oh, Ish, look, I'm telling you, we gonna go to this place. It's authentic. It's gonna be just like you home. Get there, it's garbage.
All right,
Yeah.
have y'all, this is the last question on this and we're gonna move on. Have y'all ever been somewhere and they said this is the thing for this particular area and it wasn't that to you?
No, because I ain't trying no new shit.
Like, I've been to New Orleans and they said New Orleans had the greatest food of all time, and it was like, it's all right.
It was all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Now, I ain't going front. I had some real good seafood, like major great seafood in places that are bordered by the ocean, such as Florida, right? Such as Baltimore, places like that that's known for, seafood. Like, typically they got some good seafood.
Yeah, I would do Baltimore, Maryland for seafood.
Yeah, for real. The Chesapeake is good too.
Yeah,
Virginia.
Virginia.
Virginia. Yeah. Definitely.
And you got some good spots down there in the Virginia Beach area, places that's bordering water, but I ain't for all that, man.
I do want to say, because I've been seeing people slander my second home on the In-N-Out burgers. I love the In-N-Out burgers.
I hate your second home.
I love the In-N-Out burgers.
I hate your second home, bro.
Wow.
I just don't feel comfy there. I don't feel comfortable in LA.
I'll be loving it. I
think we all got a second home. What's yours? Tell the people what your second home is so they know.
LA is my second home. I'm normally there on my birthday. I didn't go this year, but I normally go around my birthday almost every year. LA is my second home. I love it. It's been plans on moving there. I don't know, might happen, but I feel like the air. I just feel like the air is different. The view is different. The beaches are beautiful. I'm gonna tell y'all, the first time I went to LA, there was like a college volleyball tournament. So the beaches was crazy.
Yeah. Heavy. Second home for me would actually be Cali. Like, I spent all of my summers there as a kid growing up. I have 3 brothers that live out there. I would say, San Fran, Oakland, LA. Those are 3 areas that they live in. And that's where I've frequented, like, all of my childhood for the most part. So yeah, that would be like my second home.
All right, now before you go, I wanted to ask, what the fuck is a Whataburger?
I think she meant what
what? You think she mean what?
Whataburger. What a burger.
Oh, Whataburger?
What's Whataburger?
That's a burger spot over in Cali. Whataburger.
Right. Yeah, I know what Whataburger is. I don't know what a Whataburger is.
They got them in Vegas too, but it's called Whataburger. But
the greatest thing about LA is just the weather. The weather is always normally the same all year round. It stays in between like 70 to 80 degrees every fucking day. Sunshiny mainly every fucking day. And it's normally stays on course. Like, you see how our weather is all over the place now. In LA, the weather normally stays in between 70, 85 degrees, and then at night it gets a little chilly, and it just stays like that.
I can have Kylie.
Yeah, the beaches is dope.
Send me to the bougie black cap.
I'm not even a beach person, but I go to LA, I'll be on the beach.
Yeah, their beaches are really nice.
Send me to the bougie black capital of the world, please. Atlanta.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Atlanta has my heart. Well, Philly got my.
No. She said it's really a water burger.
What a burger!
No. She said it's water. It's a water.
No,
burger.
I think she was saying, "Oh, cook a burger in a little bit of water."
Right.
Ew.
So listen.
No
She's
boiled
saying
burger.
that, but my mom used to do that. I don't know why. In the pan, she used to put water in it.
Yeah, I did that before, but I'm not doing that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I think it makes it moist and like brings the juices in the burger. That's why they do it with water. Like you still season it, but you put water to create like a steam, and it
Right.
really
Yeah, I've done
thoroughly
that
cooks.
before, but I'm not
Yeah.
doing that anymore. I've been there, done that. I'm not doing that anymore. No more water burgers.
Water burgers. But you gotta make sure that the water has steamed all the way out.
Ew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Atlanta for me though. Georgia, Atlanta area for me. I love it down there. It's calming. It's relaxed. It's Philly for me 10 times slower. So it gives me a feel if I can still get out and mix and mingle and do a lot of the things I like to do up here. Shopping is incredible. The people are my people.
Atlanta is on my list now, but I do want to ask you because I've heard from a couple of my female friends that it's a little
But today, if that ain't your speed, then you look past it. You know? It's definitely the LGBT capital of the world.
Right.
They got going on down there, but at the end of the day, you know what I mean, the people are friendlier than us up north folks. The weather is typically nice all year round. You get the summertime when it's super hot. That's why they call it Hot Atlanta. But you know, they don't have a winter down there like we do up here. It's just a cool, comfortable place for me. I love the vibe down there. It's something to do which involves us. Like it ain't nothing like going. You can still have a good time and still see people with the same likeness as you, and the culture that we enjoy is all around the city of Atlanta and also the outskirts.
No, how do you feel about that? How do you feel about that down south friendly shit?
It took me aback when I first
got
right? One of my favorite spots is IHOP. Love IHOP. IHOP typically to a southerner is second class because your first class is.
I know we love IHOP.
I'm IHOP fanatic. They love Waffle House down there. Waffle House to me is trash. But went to IHOP and was sitting there, and I'm sitting there. We were waiting to get seated. Lady walked in. Hey, everybody. Good morning. Everybody said good morning. I'm looking like
I mean,
back because we're not used to
we don't do that.
Speaking and everybody else being Joe and speaking back, and I was like, damn, I know I'm somewhere different because they held the door. They said, hey, people were speaking. It was a good vibe down there, so I like it. I love the Southern hospitality.
So how do you feel when you hold the door open for people and they don't say thank you?
I'm used to it because we live up here in this this world that we live in up here. I'm so used to it that whatever, but you get used to that down there too, real quick, right?
No, somebody said they hate IHOP, man.
Waffle House.
IHOP fell off
depending
on where you go. Yeah, depending on where you go. Like some is just so fast. Like the shit.
IHOP be on point, man. I don't know what y'all talking about. IHOP, no matter where I ever been, IHOP was always on point.
I never had a pancake better than IHOP pancakes. Them pancakes is awesome.
I can't tell you the last time I've been to IHOP.
When I went to New Orleans, I was thrown off from that hospitality of everybody speaking like when you're walking down the street. Because where we from, you don't speak to people that you don't know.
You get
you don't know what's behind that.
You know what's behind that.
Right.
I speak to you up north, they looking to run down on you.
Right. Or they about to ask you for something.
Well, they about to be, or they about to something's crazy happening.
So when I went down Atlanta during the pandemic, it was kind of like a ghost town. So I really wasn't able to experience a lot of the things. And I stayed in Midtown. And I didn't really get a chance to experience the city too much. But from what I was able to experience,
I don't like
Cracker Barrel.
Yeah, I see somebody in the comments saying Cracker Barrel. I don't like Cracker Barrel.
No,
that's for the clear people. Go ahead,
Would
Ish.
you say that's for the clear people?
Yeah, that's for the clear
No,
people.
but a lot
Go
of
ahead,
stuff was closed down there, so I would like, and that was my first time going. So, and that was already planned prior to the pandemic hitting. So I would like to go back down and just be able to experience the city when shit is opened up and all of that stuff. Like we got a chance to do some stuff like the aquarium and like just the regular tourist stuff. But I would like to actually see the city. We did the Trap Museum and all of that. The hospitality is real dope down there, so I like it down there.
I do want to say shout out to my Texas people. The only thing I hate about Texas is when you wake up in the morning, it'd be like 115 dry heat degrees at like 8 a.m. That shit is fucking horrible.
Not to Texas, Texas is one of them. But yes, Atlanta, please visit all them places that talked about. You have is a good vibe. And then also what people don't understand is Atlanta is really literally just like South Philly. And in terms of size, when it comes to just the size of Atlanta, and everything is made up of the outskirts of Atlanta's outskirts, like Holly Park and Lithonia, Stone Mountain. You got so many different places down there that you can venture to 20-30 minutes out and have a great time. I go to Lenox Mall if you want a great shopping experience. Go to Phipps Mall where you're gonna find a lot of your bougie stores.
Go to Rodeo Drive, man.
You liable to see
Rodeo is great.
You liable to see any one of your rap crushes or rap fans of you typically see T.I. in the mall a lot, Lil Baby and all them in the mall a lot. You see a lot of like the Lene Leaks and the Phaedras and all of the housewives in the malls down at Lenox or Phipps. Rashida got a store in Phipps and also and another one of those malls over there. So what I mean, and it's definitely the Black Hollywood, I would say.
Can we talk about this, man?
What's that?
Janine, that is so important because if you ain't traveling with somebody that's on the same vibe as you, like it could be the worst trip ever. So you definitely got to get a travel partner that is good and on the same page as you. So hopefully you'll find one.
Gotcha.
Facts. They gotta be fun.
Yeah, they gotta be fun.
Also, too, I know we talked about this before. Another essential that is essentially you got to take is toilet liners. Get you a toilet liner. Get you a toilet liner. They sell them at Walmart. They sell them at all your pharmacy places. You can even order them on Amazon. Get you toilet liners. If you're sitting on the toilet, you got to go to the bathroom. Don't sit on them toilets. Get you a couple toilet liners.
I always use toilet paper if I don't have a toilet liner anyway. Yeah. I ain't just sitting on
toilet
the toilet
paper. But then that shit clogged the toilet up and you got to call maintenance and you're looking kind of crazy.
This is what the leg muscles is for. I'm squatting doing our squatting.
Niggas ain't trying to squat.
Not squatting.
I don't have time for the paper to be moving and all of that and a slip up and my skin to touch some shit that it ain't supposed to be touching. Like, listen, I'm just going to utilize these little thigh muscles, these little leg muscles, and we just going to get it in.
How y'all taking showers? Y'all got y'all water shoes on, y'all slides, y'all putting a towel down on the floor. How you taking
normally I would put a towel down on the floor or I would just rock out. Depending on where I'm at.
It's funny because I'm a guy who hates wearing socks, right? I can walk through the room, no socks. The moment my feet touch that bathroom floor, it got to be on the towel in the tub. And also when you step out,
I'm definitely putting towels down on the floor.
I cannot step into that shower and let my feet touch that shower floor bare. It got to be.
But I would go in the shower with my feet bare. I would put towels on the floor though. I would put towels.
He said,
You're not putting your feet in the shower?
Let me tell you something. I will say that I have. It really all depends. After the pandemic, a lot of things changed. Like, it's just in regards to your mental. So if I was to do it, I would have had to take me some cleaning supplies or gotten some cleaning supplies, and I would have to scrub the tub with some bleach and some other things to make it clean before I actually would put my feet in. But I skeeve certain things, so I'm definitely slides all around the situation and then stepping on a towel. etc. I can't with my feet touching the floor.
Also, when I cruising, love to cruise, been on several. When I go on cruises now, I actually wear clothes to bed. I have a pair of leggings.
What?
Yeah, I mean,
No, what?
Not
Booty butt naked.
that's
Wherever
what
I
I was
go.
about to say.
What is
That's
happening here?
what I was about to say. Ish, I be naked to the motherfucker.
Wait,
I don't give a fuck where I'm at.
You
I
got
be
on
naked to
shorts,
the
a
motherfucker.
white beater. What you got on now? You be fully clothed?
Nigga got on a t-shirt and a pair of workout leggings on. I don't want to call them leggings. That sounds for girls, but workout tights. I wear tights and a t-shirt to bed. I don't know what them sheets got them fuck on them. And
I be naked, dog.
I can't. I'm real girl ski.
No, where's the fucking? I be naked, dog.
Naked, like what's happening? What you think something gonna crawl up on you? No, what's up,
bro?
Yeah, I be naked. What's fucking going on? I'm sorry.
Yo, listen, but I will say this: if you go to the just circling back to the shower, if you go to the dollar store and you get one of the very small, minute shower mats and you roll it up tight, you can carry that too.
Yeah.
Like it don't take up a lot of space. It's cheap. You could throw it away. You can leave it at the hotel, and then your feet don't actually have to touch the tub. Because I see people saying that they putting towels down, and like that's cool too. Because I know some people just in their mind just don't want their feet to touch it. But you can get one of those little throwaway shower mats. I've done that before as well.
Mm-hmm. Listen, Ish. If I gotta wear pajamas, I don't want to go because there's some fucking going on, and I'm gonna be naked.
You can fuck. Don't get it twisted like braids. You could definitely fuck. Like stop thinking y'all can't fuck.
Yeah, but you can fuck, but you gotta take off 9,000 pieces of clothing before you can get to it. I can't see the shape if you got on compression tights.
You can see the wood poking through the tights. That's a good look. You know what I mean?
I need to be naked. So I need to be naked. So at 3 a.m. we can just get right into it.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. I know. Is it because it's like foreign? Like the sheets ain't yours? Yeah. That type of thing.
I don't know who bust on them sheets before I came on the boat.
You about to bust on them sheets in 15 minutes. So
I don't know who be slobbering. Check y'all pillows too. Sometimes it be lipstick and shit on y'all pillows and facial makeup. But yo, if you haven't gotten one of these, it's time to grow up.
What's up?
Get you a passport, people.
Thanks.
Time to grow up. Get you a passport because this thing right here, this book right here is essential for traveling. Did you know to travel inside of the United States in 2024, you will need to have either your passport or an ID.
That real ID shit.
For your real ID. So you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you cannot get to your destination because you haven't got the proper credentials. First, a little story about this little book right here. The first ever cruise that I went on, I lost this the first day I got on the boat. You know how they send you, how you get on and they send you to the Lido deck to go get your food or whatever. They sent us up there, got my food. I dropped this out my pocket. I was sick for 2 days because I couldn't find this. It took everything in me to go to. I went to the restaurant that we got on the first night, and I said to the guy, "If I don't find my fucking passport, I'm a wild out." Do you know the guy pulled my passport out of his shirt pocket and said, "Oh, this?" After I went out there 4 times to look at it. So you never know what people are going to do with your identity. You got people that's trying to get into the country. You got people that don't want to be in the country they are. They could use your passport. So keep this on you at all times. But please, get you a passport. It unlocks doors that are locked that can get you to certain places.
I bet you your ass had that passport tucked in tight ever since that.
Nigga, I glue this shit to my stomach. Like this, I wrap surgical around this motherfucker.
Right.
But everywhere.
Now, let's speak on that. What would have happened had you not have found that passport? What would have happened? You would have had to go to like the embassy, the U.S. embassy or something to try to get a clearance to get back into the
stuck like Chuck.
I would not have been able to get off the boat, and then I would not have been able to go through customs.
Right.
I did not have the proper other identification that I would have needed. And the other identification would have been my birth certificate, my ID. Now, you got some places where you don't need a passport when you're traveling out of the country, such as places like if you're going on a cruise, the Bahamas. You don't need a passport. You just need your ID,
right,
and you need your birth certificate, because the port that you're typically leaving from is an American port. Florida, either Miami, Orlando, Fort Lauderdale, or you're leaving from Jacksonville or South Carolina, New York. So you could typically just use your birth certificate and your ID. But let's say you're traveling abroad. In order to leave out of the country, you have to have this in order to go through customs to even get on an international flight. And then when you get there, they still need to see your passport so they can stamp it and clear and run you through the proper channels to make sure that you have the proper clearance to enter that country. So passport is essential. Get it, please.
All right, I want to ask y'all, would y'all go stay in the woods for a week?
Yep, I would. All day long. All day long. I'm having my off. I got my off, my candles. I got everything ready. I would be ready to go.
No,
no.
Doing, man?
Carly Russell, if you don't chill your little ass out, we is not looking for you. Let a bulletin hit my phone, and it's like, oh yeah, 1/3 of Uncensored Minds is missing because she decided to go into the woods. I'm like, damn, too bad, so sad.
Ain't that some shit?
I
Now,
hope
so
Park Ranger finds her, because I ain't going to look for Ish in the woods. I told her not to fuck.
Listen, oh my God. So listen, Nell, was you a Boy Scout? Did you ever go camping?
I went camping before, but I wasn't.
Yeah, you know where I went camping at? Myers Playground.
Yo, I went camping before and it sucked. You sleeping on the ground on the hard ass rocks. That shit was horrible.
Why? I mean, I would like a tent. I would like a tent cabin for sure.
Horrible, man.
College. They took us on a trip to the woods. Guess where Nell slept at that night? In the van that drove us to the campsite.
All right. So what is it? Is it the possibilities of animals, the bugs?
It's the bugs. It's the bugs. It's the animals. It's the hard ass rocks that you land on. Like, I don't want to sleep on these fucking hard ass rocks.
Yeah, but you can take
and
stuff
people
like
and people would be stinking. No,
not stinking. I want everybody to be able to like.
You know what's on grounds out in the woods? Snakes. I ain't fucking with bugs. I'm cool. Raccoons. All kind of dumb shit. I don't need nothing eating me up.
Angelia, I would do a cabin if it's an up-to-date cabin. I'm not staying in one of them old ass cabins where they don't have electricity and shit like that. I'm cool.
Cabin work, especially out there.
Cabin is dope.
I love the cabins in Tennessee. What's them called? Out there in Pitcherford. I like going out there.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, honestly, the cabin is much more exciting than just the what's the name?
Ish, wait a minute, Ish. So if you slept outside, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was it some fucking?
I was a kid when I did that. I haven't gone like camping.
Is that all we do when we together? Just fuck? Like what?
I don't know what the fuck y'all trying to do, but I'm trying. It's some fucking gonna be going on. This is why I'm here. You came here to see the fucking sights. I came here for some fucking. I don't know what y'all talking about.
Right.
Fucking is good. I do want to fuck on the cabin balcony, overlooking the woods, and you bent over the little banister on the cabin. Just don't fall over, because I'm definitely not coming down there to get you.
Right. Listen, I don't know. I like the outdoor shit though. I do. I would like to do it as an adult. I've done all of it when I was, like a teenager. So yeah.
I don't ever want to sleep on the ground outside again. The fuck?
All right, look, so check this out. Hopefully everybody got an opportunity to hear different vacation stories, had an opportunity to think about some exciting things that they could do before the summer is out traveling. Some before we get out of here, we talked about what's on our bucket list, where you want to go, where you're thinking about going. I would love to go. I would like to do an Alaska trip, but I would like to do Alaska in the summertime because I don't want to be in Alaska when it's wintertime because I already know what winter feels like here in the city. But I would love to see Alaska in the summertime to honestly experience that. That's something that I'm looking forward to doing sometime soon. And I want to do that on a cruise. I want to cruise around Alaska and see the icebergs and, you know, all of that kind of crazy stuff. Because I'm not flying to Alaska to just walk around.
Yeah, I think in one of those places they said the sun doesn't go down.
Alaska.
All right.
6 months light, 6 months dark. So send me on a light when it's light outside. I don't want to be somewhere where it's always dark.
Right.
It'd be the fucking pressing.
I don't know. I might get some fucking in there.
A lot of people that was asking about people's vacation and how people is planning their vacations. Before we move on to our next topic, we have a number of different people that watch our Uncensored Minds show that are travel agents. Get with them. You know, we got a number of different people that will set you up with some nice, great trips. You know, help you plan out your dream vacation, however that may look, and also, you know, I mean, just make sure that you're doing your due diligence and your homework when it comes to researching some of these places that you got going on, because you might be turn up queen or king, and places that you go to might not allow that and put you somewhere in prison. So make sure that
somewhere in prison, not the prison.
Make sure you're cognizant of the places that you're going. But I got a question for my two mates up here, right?
What's cracking?
Is it cool, right, if your significant other continues to be friends with someone they've been intimate with? Again, is it cool if your significant other continues to be friends with someone they've been intimate with?
Ish.
Yep, it's all good.
You had no problem with it?
No problem with it whatsoever.
Okay. You too?
I'm friends with all my exes, man.
Mm-hmm. And that's all it is. It's just that, right?
Not all the time is it just that, but I mean, even if it's not just that, it just lets you know exactly the movements. Like you know what I mean? You see shit, you know shit, and it is what it is. Like, you know. So
is they fucking? That's man, look, it all surrounds that for me. I'm sorry.
Right.
Audience, and to the people in the audience, and let's not get politically correct answers tonight. Let's just
they fucking.
Opinion. Are you okay with your significant other being friends or being cool with someone they've been intimate with? I wouldn't have a, but at the end of the day, I'm mature enough to understand that it was people before me. I'm secure enough to know that, you know, they're mine now, and
not their mine now. You see this shit? You hear this shit?
Not their mine now. Such a possessive statement.
I'm not, no, that's not possessive. I know that's my lady. That's
possessive, nigga. He said they're mine now.
That's mine. I'm laying claim to her as being right. So I'm cool with her being mine now. I know she mine now. I don't worry about shit like that. I can't control who you friends with. I know I'm cool with all that. So I wouldn't care if you still friends with somebody you did it to or whatever.
Hey, not somebody you did it to. Hey, Lynette. Lynette says hell no, and Angelia says hell no. Why, ladies? The ladies say hell no.
I mean, listen, I will say this. The thought of it definitely, you know, gets you in a space where you want to question it. But I mean, you know, like it is what it is. You can't tell people exactly what to do and how to do. You can only trust that they would move in a certain way that is, you know what I mean, respectful of your situation with them. And, you know, if it gets to the point where you feel as though they're not going to move that way, then, you know, you got to make choices and changes and decisions for yourself. But you can't tell people who to talk to, who not to talk to, who to be friends with, whatever the case may be. And 9 times out of 10, most of the people, like, you know, they still have some sort of connection in one way, shape, or form. Like
she said it ain't no hanging out, Ish.
No hanging out or nothing.
God
Well, I
damn.
mean, like, you know, it just really all depends. You know what I mean? You have people that individuals that's going to talk to people, that's going to stay in touch. You know, they got common people, they got, you know, family, might be children involved or whatever the case may be, whatever. Now, when y'all start hanging out and busting it up, yeah, you could be getting, you know, into a little tricky territory or whatever
But
the case may be.
what are we both at the barbecue? We hanging out?
I mean, what is it? A general barbecue with mutual
Right.
friends, or is it a family barbecue where
What
you're
if
going?
it's her barbecue? What if it's her barbecue?
I guess it doesn't matter because again, you can't tell nobody where to go. Like I can just see how you move, see how you behave, and make decisions based on that. Like you can't tell people what to do and what not to do.
The people in the chat said, "Hell no, y'all."
Yeah, hell no. Or they'll be like, "No, you're not going." Like, then what happens? What do you guys say on the other end of that?
I'm feeling like a lot of ownership is
What?
happening in the chat.
What if my lady was friends with her ex?
Right.
What the fuck can I do about it?
Well, I mean, you can definitely be listen, we can definitely be vocal about it, but the bottom line is people are adults. You can't control what somebody does. You can feel a certain way about it all fucking day long, right? You can say, listen, shit is going through my head. I don't necessarily, you know, feel like this is cool, this is appropriate, or whatever the case may be. But the bottom line is that motherfucker is grown. They gonna do what it is that they want to do, regardless to how you feel, regardless to how it make you feel. And therefore, all you gonna have to do is decide what is best for you. If you
now, you know, now with that, you know, we always are taught to be cognizant of feelings, right? So if you felt the type of way about something, just come and explain it to me and tell me how you feel. I don't know if you feel that way. Because I don't have a problem with it might mean you got a problem with it. And you got a problem with it, tell me that you got a problem with it and I'll move accordingly. But at the
all right,
end
so stay right there, Nell. Somebody come to you and say, listen, I got a problem with it. Like, do you feel like that's a controlling type thing where it's like, I got a problem with it, I don't want you to do it, and you like, but like it's a common situation. I'm just going because, you know, we have mutual people, whatever the case may be. Like it's nothing, whatever. Like, how are you feeling?
When you say going, like going where?
Well, I mean, like if I say, or
going to a party,
going to a party, going to a barbecue, going to or whatever, and
but look, so how about this, right? How about if my current lady, her ex is her child's father,
right?
And she say, well, you can't be friends with your ex, or you can't have no dealings with your ex. Cool. But she still got dealings with her ex because they got a child together. I gotta understand that and take that for what it is and say, all right, that's the child's father. But I still got she still got a relationship with him. What am I supposed to do? Say, oh, you can't talk to him or whatever? That's kind of weird. And at the end of the day, I still got trust for my lady. I don't got time to sit up there and let shit that I can't control take me to a space of not trusting her. At the end of the day, it is what it is. If she say she don't like it, then I got to be cognizant of that type of shit and take it for what it's worth. But for me, it's a little different just because I don't got time to worry about something that I can't control. I know what me and my ex got going on, meaning it's nothing. If we see each other in a place, in a space, and be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? And it's cool. That's different. Or whatever. Or I can attend a party of a family member that theirs and keep it out. I just don't be getting mixed up in the shit that I can't, that don't have no legitimacy to me when it comes to my feelings for that other person. Because them feelings is dead. Like them feelings ain't dead. Mm-hmm. Just because we friends don't mean I still want to be with them. Or just because we're in the same spot don't mean I'm gonna take her home and be with her. You know what I mean? Right. It's certain shit that's like, it is what it is at this point, right? Because what's good for the goose, good for the gander.
Always good for the gander.
So if you tell me, no, you can't be friends with your ex and whatever, all right, that's cool. But your behavior gotta match the same type of situation too, right? Yep. I can't be at a family function or you invite me over to something and then your ex pop in. Yeah, I understand that's your ex because that's your ex. That your ex, you got a situation with your ex, like a kid or something like that. Then that's what it's still the same thing, right? So it's certain shit that in life we make an issue that really don't be an issue. And if you just had a conversation, maybe the other person can be like, all right, cool, I get it. And we could figure it out like that. But I'll be loving to see the people in the comments that's saying
hell no, nigga.
Huh?
Yeah, but they pretty much saying no. They pretty much saying no. It's a no across the board.
Yeah.
Like nope. I don't know what you talking about.
But then this would this is what needs to be understood, right? If you feel a certain way, talk to your mate about it. Don't expect for them to understand what you're telling them if you're not really telling them. Just because you feel a type of way and you say something, tell them how you feel about it and allow them to digest what you're feeling, because they're not feeling what you're feeling at that time. But if you have a conversation, say, yo, check this out. I feel some type of way about this. Boom, boom, boom. Allow them to fix that shit. Don't just think that they supposed to know because that's how you feel. Talk to them and have a mature conversation about it, because they may say to you, babe, I got it. Cool. I understand. I'll fix it.
No.
I ain't talking.
No.
Yeah.
Can she tell you why she feels that way?
Yeah, she can tell me why she feel that way.
No. I'm not saying they're gonna stop at telling you that they feel some kind of way.
Yeah, they're not gonna tell you why.
They're not gonna tell you why they feel that way.
Okay. But
that's what I mean. Tell me why you feel that way.
Tell me why you feel that way.
Tell me why, people.
But why
I ain't saying shit.
You right.
I ain't saying shit. How about that?
But why wouldn't
I'm not saying nothing. I'm not saying nothing because here's the thing. How you move it shows me a lot, right? No matter what I say to you, no matter how I express my feelings or whatever the case may be, ultimately, you're going to move how you want to move. I don't have to say anything. You know the boundaries of any good partnership. So therefore, if you feel like it's okay, then guess what? Guess what? It is quite all right.
But
because
that's wrong, though, Ish. That's wrong.
Why is that wrong?
Because you don't know the boundaries, because y'all have to create your own personal boundaries.
So hold up, Ish.
Every situation might have different boundaries.
You said that, right? Are you friends with your ex?
No.
None of your exes.
None of my exes.
Did it end wrong? Or so none of your exes do you have not a speaking relationship with? Meaning,
oh yeah, I would speak if I saw them. Yes, like absolutely. It's not to the point of they did to me or they're ghosts to me or whatever the case may be. I just don't feel it beneficial to engage in any contact with any of my exes, because there's never no boundaries. Like the lines are always crossed and it's always blurred. So I never place myself in those situations where I gotta try to rectify or clarify shit. Like I just don't indulge and I just don't do it. And not all of us have, ended on bad terms, bad relationships, because when you deal with exes, there was always some love there. There is always some sort of connection or bond or something. You know what I mean? Doesn't mean that, you're indulging in that and getting back into a certain space, but there is undeniable, things sometimes in certain situations. I just choose not to indulge in it because I don't want to do I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to make pretend and have somebody calling me sweetheart and baby or whatever the case may be, and we not in that space. No, I'm cool. I don't go backwards. Like, you know what I mean? I don't want to even be in that space with you, because if I feel like if I'm in that space with you, or, you got to be calling me baby, or I feel like that, then I should be back with you. So I don't want to indulge in that.
Okay. Cool. And that's understandable, right? But what if there's not even none of that? It's just a more or less a cordial conversation, not even a conversation, but it's just a cordial whatever. Or whatever the case may be. If you know your man is truly into you and doing the things to show you that they are into you, Do the optics matter?
For some people, it does. I mean, I can't say that it would for me, but for some people, the optics matter.
For some people, majority.
Right. Mm-hmm.
What is the comment saying out there? What is the comments, people? So Nadine says people may not have the courage or don't want to hurt your feelings. They have to have those hard conversations, although it's necessary. Angela says, I'm with Ish because you can tell them and they're still going to do what they want to do. Mm-hmm. But when y'all say you can tell them they're still going to do what they want to do you not think it's still a double standard? Because if you poll 100 women, 100 women still has some sort of contact with their ex in some way.
But I think, we can't say that because a lot of that is just only because they got kids with the nigga.
But is it still contact?
Right, but you gotta have contact if you got kids with the nigga.
That's what I'm saying, right? So if you're saying cease all contact regardless of whatever is going on, it should be the case for both parties, right?
Yeah, but you can't do that when you got kids with a person. I
understand, but we've seen comments where people were saying, "I don't give a fuck about none of that shit." Right? That's why I said I don't care. Like there's no insecurities in my bones that's going to have me sitting up here worrying myself to death of who you're talking to. Mm-hmm. Because at the end of the day, I worry about my interactions with you more than I worry about your interactions with somebody else. Right. I can't do nothing or worry about nothing that I can't control. Right? Mm-hmm. If I'm doing this, I got to do this. I can't control and concern myself with things that is only going to tear down my happiness with somebody. I'm not even entertaining things like that that's going to put me in a space where I got to compromise my happiness with somebody just because of what I think or is misunderstood. That's why I'd much rather have the conversation. If you tell me how you feel, not through text messages, but call me and tell me how you feel, or we have this conversation, then I can understand what you're talking about and I can move accordingly. That's how you fix it.
So even
it's a slippery slope. Yeah.
But I mean, even when your kids get grown, they're still going to be. What if one of your kids is getting married? Y'all not going to speak? There's going to be occasions where you're going to speak.
Now, yeah, I speak to my baby daddy. That is now. I will take that back. Now, that is one ex that I do have contact with, and that is my son's father. And even though my son is 27. I still have communication and contact with him regarding the well-being of my son. And that's about it. That's about it. The extent of my son. The conversation goes no further than that.
But let's say your son has a milestone that's reached. Right. Your son says, "Mom, I'm having a baby." You have a baby shower. You're inviting his dad. Because his dad is ultimately going to be a grandfather. Absolutely. Y'all planning this together, or you're reaching out to him. So it's going to be things that he's invited to, and your new man could be there. Your man of how many years, 4 or 5 years, could be there, and that's supposed to be okay.
No, right? That's definitely okay. And I feel like if I'm having a man, or if I'm tight with somebody, or whatever the case may be, they're gonna know about my baby father, and they're gonna feel comfortable enough to be around him. And vice versa.
I meant that. Oh, you started this now.
I did start it.
No. I
was like, where did this come from? Like,
what the hell? No. What I mean is, you have to understand the words that you say. So when you say, "No, she's mine now," that's a big statement.
The moment we enter a relationship, she mine.
See what I'm saying?
So is it not the case?
No. I hear you. What I'm saying to you is, when you say that, then she's going to treat you like you are hers. And no, nigga, you cannot speak to none of your exes. No, nigga, you cannot be friends with none of your exes anymore, because now you are hers.
That can make sense. I mean,
that's understandable. I seen this on. This was on another like situation that I was watching, and it was saying, well, if your significant other continues to be friends with somebody, that they were intimate with, like it's different if it's an ex, but if they've been intimate with this person, right? Let's say they're not even an ex; they just been intimate with this person.
Right, but are we grown-ups or are we children?
Absolutely. So that's why we said is a mature way of handling certain things that may come up in your mental that will have you in your feelings. Mm-hmm. And it's about how you direct those things to help the person understand what you feel.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Now, second question I got.
Y'all out here owning motherfuckers.
What you say? Say what you say.
I said y'all out here owning motherfuckers, but I'm gonna let y'all rock. Go ahead.
Does having emotions for the person you cheat with make the act worse, or is cheating just that, cheating? Does having emotions for the person you cheat with make the act worse, or is it just flat out cheating?
It's worse.
It's worse.
Yeah, I definitely say worse too.
Why?
I mean, because listen, sometimes carnal nature, sex is sex. Like, it's just a human thing at times. You know what I
don't
mean?
know. I don't know. Let's walk that back a little bit now, because a woman might look at you and say it's worse because I can't trust you if you just out here smashing chicks that you don't have any kind of like feelings for, because you could be doing anything at that point. So it depends on how people look at it. Because it could, in her eyes, it could be worse because now I really don't trust you. At least you like Shorty or you had a thing with Shorty. That you just out here smashing people that you don't have nothing with. That means how many people is you smashing?
But the act of sex is just the act of sex at times. Yeah, like that don't like, okay, that is a human nature thing. Like it happens. Like I would rather that versus having a like or a connection. You know what I mean?
So let's stay right there, Ish. All right. There's 15 girls that he was just smashing with no connection, but there's one girl that he's smashing with a connection. Which one is worse?
The one girl he's smashing with a connection.
So the nigga that smashing 15 with no connection, he good, right?
So in my book, listen, in my book, yes. In my book, yes, because here's my thing. If it's one girl that you have feelings for and you smashing, then that's a problem. Then our shit is not airtight. Like, you know what I mean? And then we can, decide what it is that we doing and how we moving, if that's the case.
But our shit is not airtight if I'm smashing 15 chicks too, right?
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But again, me being sexually liberated and things like that, I can see that the act of sex sometimes can just be the act of sex. So I can work through that possibly more than I can.
Which one would be worse for you? If she smashed 15 niggas that she didn't give a fuck about, or if she smashed one nigga that
y'all
she
not being cool with a bitch smashing 16 niggas. I'm sorry. Like ever. Like ever.
Hold on, each let Nell answer. Okay. Go ahead now.
Yeah, don't smash 15 niggas.
Don't smash 15 niggas.
That's wild.
Yeah. I mean, listen, I'm not saying that if I was with someone and they did, right?
That's what I'm asking.
At the end of it all, right? I would be okay with it. I'm saying that if there was one of the two, right? Just on the surface, I would rather it just be the 15 smashes.
15 smashes, boy. 15 smashes. It's up. It's up. We get 15 smashes out this joint. What's the limit? What's the number, Ish? What's the number we can get up to?
Listen, stop it. Okay. You might only get up to fucking 3 or 4. And I know 15 for real. But if I had to choose, I would rather it be no feelings involved.
What's up?
Especially with somebody that you love and you care for and you rocking with. Like when other feelings come into play, it's problematic.
Angelina, you could be constantly sleeping together with somebody that you don't have feelings with too. What are we talking about? You could do that too. What we doing? I'll be lost. What we doing?
Yeah. I mean, let's just all right. So what about you, T?
What's up? What's the
Because
question?
you didn't answer.
I did. Me and Nell both
Oh, y'all
said, get
both
the
said-
fuck out of here with that 15 nigga shit.
Oh, so you would rather just be one person that she madly in love with?
Rather than 15 niggas? Yes.
Well, obviously, a woman ain't going to slide
That ain't true.
and fuck 15
That's
niggas.
not
Like,
true, Ish. Yes, the fuck they
well,
will.
I don't know. Was she Suki with the PP coochie?
No,
What is happening?
she Tanya down the block. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
But
I mean, obviously, we're just talking and
we say it all the time, and I think y'all
Right.
give yourself a pass, but y'all
Right.
can't, because y'all will use the term dating. I'm dating, and
Right.
you, well, what does that mean? Oh, I'm exploring what my options are, and that's leaving her accessible to multiple men. Meaning
Right.
she's dating, she's going on dates with not just this man, that man, and other men. She's creating bonds, or trying to create bonds with each person or a person until it lands on the right one. Right? So y'all give yourself passes all the time, but y'all do that a lot, and y'all use the term "I'm dating" as in to leave it open, so it's no hard feelings on the other side of it. Why is that normal in your world? But if a man does that, he's considered a player, a narcissist, a hoe, a game player.
What's the question, Diana? What's the question, Diana? Put the question in the chat. Ish.
yo.
No, what was your question? Why are women acceptable to the double standard excuse that they use of dating?
Mm-hmm. How come that is? How come that is?
Who uses that? But okay.
Ish, do you?
I mean, I can't answer that.
Do you not come outside?
Asinine.
Do you not? Oh, don't do that. Don't you come outside and you see the antics of outside?
Oh, absolutely. But I'm just saying, like, why?
Why do they do that?
Yeah.
That's what we trying to ask you.
Saying I'm just dating, and I'm going on this date with this guy, and I'm talking to this guy, and I'm talking to that guy until they land themselves on the right guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's behavior.
Wait a minute, Ish. Remember, I told you I knew a chick that told me she was testing dick. What are we talking about?
I mean, listen, I guess there are people who in fact indulge and do that, right? But I feel like that's also like a slippery slope when you do that. Like, you know what I mean? That's also a slippery slope. It's nothing wrong with it. Like, everybody has to be comfortable in what it is that they do and how they live their life. And if that's what they choose to do, kudos to you, so be it. And go for what you fucking know, right? But I feel like that's also a slippery slope, because you kind of lose yourself in a sense. Yeah, you kind of lose yourself in a sense. Just because you on a search for something and you're testing and you're doing this and you are allowing different energies to come into my space. Like, I like high vibrational things. Like, if I'm going to indulge in somebody else, like, it's got to be high vibrational, and it's got to be like, it's got to be worth it to me. Like, I'm not just indulging in anything. So like, sometimes when people do the testing thing, it can be a little,
I agree with that. Diana, what was your original question though? I agree with that though. People can lose themselves in the quest of whatever they think that they're looking for. Or
I mean, because let's be honest, out of the 10 dicks, you might get one. So you done ran through 10 of them.
Why you gotta do that though, Ish?
You might get one.
But why you gotta do that though?
You might get one that's like something. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying. Like, you know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like,
don't do us like that, Ish. Don't do us like that.
But not even, right? When you jumping from multiple, if you jumping from multiple situations during this dating phase, how are you really truly getting to know what it is? Or do you honestly really know what you're looking for if you got to be over here, dating this one, going out with this one, that one, What is that for? What is that quest actually uncovering for you?
The quest is to see which dick she likes better. That's the quest now.
But what if this?
But
What if
outside of
the dick
even
has-
just the dicks,
what if the dick
go ahead.
hasn't been instituted yet? Meaning, just the energies of certain people. How do you get to knowing of a person if you're here over here?
So you don't think you could get to know more than one person at a time?
You can, but how do you differentiate what is the best place for you if you're spreading yourself thin? Because
of their actions. Because of their actions.
But how are you being honest to yourself and also them?
Because you telling them that you're talking to other people, but their actions is going to be the difference. So it's going to be like you could be talking to X, Y, and Z, but this person smokes, that person does it. That's how you figure it out. It's there to figure out.
So for the common person, right? The common person, somebody tells you, "Hey, T,
what's up?
I'm kind of feeling you." She tell you, "I'm feeling you." You feeling her? Y'all interested in each other? She tell you, "But I'm dating other guys."
Right.
You putting all your energy into that, knowing she got multiple situations over here that she's exploring as well until she found the right one, instead of saying, "All right, let me put my energy here, seeing if this is the right one. If this is not for me, then move on."
Depends on my intentions.
But if your intentions was pure and you trying to create something, how do you create something with somebody that's trying to create something with everybody else?
No, I'm a competitor. I welcome that kind of shit.
But some people are not, and they don't want to be involved in competition.
But what competition? Like, you're in competition to win somebody's heart that they're putting their heart in everybody's hand.
Right.
Okay.
I'm a competitor.
Welcome that.
Yeah.
Well, and I think for women, sometimes depending on what the situation is, and let's just say, she's dealing with one person and she's getting, like a situation that she's not feeling comfortable in, meaning, it is some roadblocks, let's just say, in certain situations. She wants to test the waters just in regards to if that one doesn't work. It's not necessarily saying, "Hey, I'm not into you," or, "Hey, I don't want this, I notice it's not going to work," or whatever the case may be.
But let's stay there though, Ish, because I want to ask Nell. So Nell, if you talking to her and you want something with her, but she's entertaining other people, you're not going to pursue it because she's entertaining other people?
Nell said, "Hell to the
do
no."
you want her or no?
That's the thing, right? What you want, right? I know what I want.
Right.
I'm showing you, I know what I want.
Right.
I don't have time for this wishy-washy shit, because you know why? The standards are not doubled when it comes to the opposite side of the coin.
I believe that.
Right?
I believe that, but I'm not going to move. I believe that, but I'm not going to move on what the standards are. I'm going to move on how I'm feeling.
You know why the standards can't?
Right.
You got to move on what the standards are, because if you're being held to one standard, you're being held accountable to what it is that they need to see and they need to feel from you, and your energies placed upon what they need or with how they feel. You got to feel the same. You need what you need for your same self, right?
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, whatever how I'm feeling, I don't give a fuck about what the standard is. I don't give a fuck if she be
but
like,
at some point, right? It could be cool. Like y'all meet, whatever. Right. And she got a little whatever situation or whatever. Right. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Right.
Right. Either we going to figure this out over here, me and you, or you can go be with them.
Yeah.
It's just that simple. I'm not buying my time with nobody else. I don't have that give a fuck to where I'm allowing you to go chase everything that you need to chase to figure out.
But that's what I'm saying. She might not be chasing that. It's the same way on our end. You can't change somebody else's timetable.
I'm not trying to change somebody else. But this is the thing.
This is what I'm saying. Hold on. So she might not know. She might not know which person she want yet. So you just gonna bow out because she don't know which one person she wants yet?
Bro, it's the thing.
This is true.
So this ain't all right. You tell somebody you're interested in getting to know them, building a structure, building a foundation.
Right.
You can't build foundations with 4 fucking people and expect to come over here and create a narrative that is togetherness, because you're doing it. You're stretching yourself too thin. You can't build with 4 people and
I agree. I agree, but whose timetable are we on? So now you gonna tell me that I can't talk to nobody else because we building something?
All right, if we building something, we sit here and we say this is where we trying to be, right? I'm interested in you, you interested in me. You telling me you interested in me and you interested in others,
right?
And I'm gonna tell you to go pursue the others. I'm cool on it.
honestly. So you just gonna chalk the fact that you want to pursue her?
Yes.
But that's what I'm saying.
No. Because you know why? Because at the end of the day, you're held to a certain standard at some point.
Who is?
Just come out where, oh, well, you talking to me, you can't talk to them. We supposed to be doing this. You're not supposed to be doing that. So if we're gonna make it make sense from the start.
No, you can't. You can't walk in the door with that.
Can't walk in the door with what?
You can't walk in the door with. You can't. If we talking to each other, you can't talk to nobody else. We just fucking met, nigga.
No,
I mean, yeah.
No. I think what's being lost in translation is what's being lost in translation. Say if we're to the point now where we're saying we're interested in each other, right? We out of that talking stage of, hey, we going on a few dates and I like how you talk and whatever. Okay.
No. What is the timetable on this shit?
Who fucking set the timetable? At some point, you gotta fucking come to the table. You gotta come to terms with, all right, I'm fucking here.
Right, but what I'm saying is, majority of the time, both people is not at that same point at the same time.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Not there. If you're not there, then you got to go about your business. And a person
that's not true.
But how do you know that you could be going about your business on something that is meant to be, like meant for it, but it just has to have the time to play itself out.
Right.
So y'all, what y'all telling me is, again, we putting ourselves in this situation where we putting ourselves in front of everybody, and then however it sticks on the walls where it sticks. So you just throwing yourself on the wall, and wherever you stick, it stick.
No, I'm saying you putting yourself where you want to be at. It don't matter what the fuck they got going on.
So you putting yourself where you want to be. Cool. So you putting yourself where you want to be. This where you want to be. But you allowing them to run around and do everything until they
I don't control people. This is what
because even if you know about it or not, a person is going to ultimately do what they want to do.
It sounds crazy. You know why it sounds crazy? Because that's not real life.
It is real life.
A person.
You know why it's not real life? You know why it's not real life? Because the moment emotions and shit gets tied in and people start placing titles and this interest and saying, I want to be with you and you want to be with me.
That's what I'm saying. No. Hold on. No.
Fucking noodle.
No, I can tell her, yes, I'm interested in you and I want us to pursue something. But if she's not there yet, I'm not just going to automatically cut her off because she's not there yet. I don't control her timetable.
That's cool. I get it. But we know that's not real.
This is real. This is a very real thing.
Not real. Y'all can say it's real all day long, but at the end of the day, at a certain point, a person wants you to show and prove that you committed to them. Right.
This is what I'm trying to say. No, what if she's not asking that of you?
When are they not?
It's time that they're not asking that of you. If she's entertaining other motherfuckers, she's not always asking that of you.
So if she's entertaining, that's what I'm saying. If you're entertaining others, then you have no interest on
that. That's not true. That's not true. That just means she's not there yet. So when it's the same way on our side, you can't tell somebody what their timetable is.
I can't tell what I'm saying. Y'all not listening to what I'm saying. I'm not controlling what you do. I'm controlling what the fuck I do. What I am willing to put up with and not.
Right.
And that's anybody.
Right. But what if y'all in a space that y'all are not in a committed relationship? Like, and it's the beginning of the relationship where you're trying to figure it all out. And there is a time where
Hold on, East. So what if he crosses the finish line first and she ain't at the line? You just out?
No.
Right. That's what I'm saying. But some people
But the thing, right? If you trying to pursue something with somebody, right? You're trying to pursue something with somebody. You're trying to pursue it. They're trying to pursue it with you. How are you in a race with 5 other people trying to make it with
That's
her.
what I'm saying. No, she might not be there trying to pursue it with you yet.
You make the choice to handle what you want to be in.
Right.
Paragi, that's what I'm saying.
And I will say this too, like there are some women now that even if by some chance, you know, they might be entertaining things here and there, like they not giving up the cookie all the time until they know that it's right.
Talking about sex. Sex never came out of my mouth.
No. I'm just saying, like in the move of the operation,
the movement
because
of people means if we're going to say we are trying to figure something out between the two of us are trying to figure it out together. You can't figure it out between me, you, him, and them.
Right, but I'm saying to you, you're saying you don't want an individual that is, you know, dealing in options or whatever the case may be, and then you just gonna bounce. Just because she dealing in options don't mean that it's a solid total connection with somebody else, or that she hopping on somebody else's dick. What I'm saying to you is absolutely sex doesn't have anything to do with it. But what I'm saying is for you to walk away.
He's saying that even if she's just dealing in options talking wise, I'm not going to entertain her.
That's right. I get it. I just was trying to say that just because she's dealing in options doesn't mean that it has to be, you know.
That's the world. So living in that world now where
we've been living in that world.
So we live in the world now of all right, cool. We start talking. We talking and we getting to know each other and we vibing and we moving and we now saying, all right, well, I'm dealing with these three girls and I'm gonna stay over there until we get a firm commitment over here. You can't expect for somebody to give you their all if you're not giving of your all. How can you expect somebody's all if they spread them with these three over here?
But in the beginning, you always dealing with a motherfucker who is dealing with several individuals, and you not getting 100% of some people in the beginning.
That's why
because a motherfucker can say, "Oh, yeah, it's only you," but it's you and 5 other motherfuckers. Like it's just the reality of it.
That's the reality.
That's the
reality of it.
It's the reality of it. But then this is what it is too: is not knowing yourself, not knowing what you want. If you know what you don't got to go out saying. That's what I'm saying. You got to know yourself to know. All right, cool. This is what I want. I don't got to chase after 4 or 5 guys because this is where it's going to be. This is what
we've established, but we've established that sometimes you lose yourself and you don't know exactly it. But my thing is for a person to say, "Oh yeah, I know exactly what I want, and I'm going to be with just that one person," is not realistic. And if a person says it's realistic, they're lying to themselves.
Not realistic.
It's realistic it's realistic if you are in a monogamous relationship. And you make it to be realistic.
But you gotta
if
get
you
there.
are not in a exactly, you gotta get there. If you're not in a monogamous relationship, then you are dibbling and dabbling from this person to that person to this person to that person. And that's just being realistic about the situation. Until and when a person is honest with themselves to be in a monogamous relationship and say such, then everything else is just options.
But hold on, Ish. Let's stay right there. So no, that's what I'm saying. It's personal preference. So if I like her and I want to pursue her and I want to give her my all, but she's not there yet, I'm not going to cut her off. Just because she's not there yet. I don't control her timeline. If I really want her, I have to wait until she's ready to be there. That's reality. You can't force nobody to say, "Well, I'm here, so you either be here or I'm out." That's not real.
You got to force nobody to be where you want them to be. What I'm saying is, you can't expect for somebody to continue on the path that you want them to be on if you're entertaining other people with the hopes of saying, all right, I'm throwing all this on the wall to see which one sticks.
Right.
Because what you're doing is you're fucking playing yourself, because what happens is the fucking 3 or 4 that you got sees that shit and don't take you serious. And then you wonder why you got issues on your hands in the seriousness of a relationship, because you've now put yourself in a compromising position to say, I don't agree when I was courting, you was at a point where you even had the opportunity to say, I'm gonna just focus on this one thing, and if it works, it works, and if it doesn't, then I can go and find something else. But no, put yourself in a position to being you gotta audition 5 and 6 guys at the same time, or
But
5.
what if that's what you want to do? What if that's what you want to do?
That's what you want to do, but you can't take somebody else on that fucking ride and tell
if
them
they want to go.
But that's what I'm saying. That's the beauty of adulthood. That's the beauty of adulthood, right? That's the beauty of good decision making for yourself. So therefore, if that is something that you are not with, then absolutely by all means leave, right? But you could be walking away from something that could be your love, like the best love of your life because of that. However, that's the beauty of being able to make the decision and to say, hey, listen, I'm not doing that and I am walking away. But just know that sometimes when you walk away, that you could be walking away from something great just because a person is not.
Hold on, no, because people have to realize that there's a lot of damaged people in the world. So she might not recognize that you're a good dude. So it's going to take her some time. So you might be there, you might be at the finish line, and you want to pursue her and you want to hold her down, but it's going to take her some time because she's damaged.
I get it. I get it. And that's not to say that the work is not going to get put in or the opportunity is not going to be had to give a person some time. But at some time, at what point do that person say, all right, this is where it feels good?
Whatever time it takes.
Or
this with the timetable.
Cool. But then what we need to do is we need to walk with the same parables. Meaning, if you saying you're going to do that, then you got to allow every situation to do that. And you can't just say, oh, every little thing that's unliking that I don't like is going to be, oh, I'm out, or is a problem. Because if you're going to ask somebody else to be patient, you got to be patient with their fuck ups too.
I agree with you. I agree with you, but that's also not realistic.
Whatever their missteps are too. Look, you're asking somebody to be patient with you
I agree with you, but that's also not realistic too.
We know
but what about the individuals holding people up to a standard? Right. And now I agree with your point of view. Absolutely. I might not fully agree with it, but I see your point of view. Absolutely. But what about the people that have you trying to maintain a certain standard that they can't even keep? Like, to me, that's blasphemy. And therefore those type of individuals shouldn't even have an onus upon how another person move if they not moving with the same grace. Like that just makes no sense to me.
For sure.
And to impose that on somebody.
But that's why I was saying, if you're going to hold someone else hostage to your standards, you also have to understand that standards are upon you as well.
But that's not realistic.
But most people don't. You know why? Because it's a facade sometimes that people.
It's not even about it being a facade. It's about she's trying to see if you really that. She's damaged. She's trying to see if you really that.
Right. Your actions will your continuous actions will show.
So yes, you gotta be on your A behavior while she's doing X, Y, and Z because she's trying to see if you're really that.
And when you show you're really that, then
but that takes time. That takes time.
Solid. But what I'm saying is that's a slippery slope,
right?
Because you can have expectations of wanting somebody to do what you want them to do, right? But then too, you also have to show them what they need as well. Fuck all that. I'm damaged and using excuses and I've been hurt before, so I gotta put myself in.
I don't believe that that's true though.
Why?
Because you could be showing her that you're a good dude. That don't mean that she's gonna recognize it. That don't mean that she's gonna show you that she's a good woman just because you're showing her that you're.
Oh, I get it. Yeah, absolutely. You could do a number of different things to show that you're, and still get somewhat of a short end of the stick.
Right.
You can. I agree 1,000,000%. I get it. But at the end of the day, still needs to be recognized, and it still has to be somewhat of a respect that comes with that.
So what's the respect?
multiple situations. That's not respectful.
To who?
To the person that you say you're trying to build.
Wait a minute. Who said I said that? They said that to me. I didn't say that.
I didn't say you said, but you said what's respectful.
Right. So what I'm saying is, if you're at the finish line and you're telling her that you want to pursue her, but she's telling you, "I'm not there yet."
Okay, cool.
Now,
look,
what's
I have no problem with opening your mouth and say, "Yo, this is not where I'm at," and I'm cool with that. I'm say either I'm going to be like, I can deal with it or I can't.
All right. But you said you couldn't.
No, but what I'm saying is, I can say I'm not dealing with it, that's my prerogative to say I'm not with it. It don't make me wrong if I say, all right, I'm wrong. It's not wrong. It's not wrong for you to say I can't deal with that.
But you said she don't have to be respectable. She can do whatever the fuck she want to. She told you she's not there.
Can do what she want, and anybody can do what they want.
Right.
But it's your choice to stay or go.
Right.
Absolutely. That's all I said.
And what I said was, is if I fuck with you, I'm gonna choose to stay.
Okay.
Whatever your respect, whatever you doing over there is what you doing over there. That's why I said I'm a competitor. What I'm about to do is going to be different.
But when do they wake up and see that? That's the whole thing.
Who knows? Who knows? Now that's what I said.
So
who knows?
You're cool with being in competition?
Yes.
For how long?
For however fucking long it is.
Bullshit.
I'm telling you.
Bullshit.
Or forever, however long you feel like.
That's what I'm saying.
You get into another situation, right?
That's bullshit.
It ain't about another situation.
No, it's not about another situation, but I'm saying it could go for forever if that's something that you interested in.
That's bullshit. That's bullshit because at some point, a lockdown is going to have to occur where
it doesn't.
What the fuck is we doing? So you're not. So you're just. So at that point, you want to situation that you dealing with just whatever.
Wait a minute. No, have we not seen people pursue somebody for fucking like 10 years?
I get it.
I'm
asking a question. So at the end of the day, you're saying you're staying for how what?
I'm saying if I want you, that's where I'm going to be. That's what I'm saying.
So when does your want become, all right, now I want you, let's make it happen?
I don't control her side. That's what I'm saying. I don't control her side. Only thing I can do is control what I do.
It's not about control of a side. It's at some point we got to be mature enough to say this is where I want to be or this is not where I want to be.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And both parties of it. And
is that not a thing to ask? Is that not an expectation that at some point you have to have a conversation or expectation about that?
Right.
Sure. It's been going on for years, but at some point it's going to reach a head. That's what I'm asking. Like y'all can sit here and say all day long, it sounds good. Oh,
that's not true now.
Long time. Yeah, your long time is when you feel like you now need what you need.
That's not true now, because if I'm pursuing you and I want to pursue you, that time, there's no limit on that time. It's no limits on that.
You're pursuing just to pursue.
What'd you say?
You're just pursuing just to pursue until
you're pursuing because you're happy with your pursuit. You good with your pursuit.
So that's all it is. It's just a pursuit.
Right.
But what point is the pursuit now? This is what it is.
Whenever it gets there, there's no timetable. That's why I said, what is the timetable?
Right. And then especially if the person that you're pursuing is what it is that you want, right? Because you could come across one or two or three four other people.
Right? Let's talk about this. So T, who's to say he's a good dude? Let's talk about the.
I can't.
No. Let's talk about the qualifications of what a good dude is, because I think they fall into this falsehood of what a good dude is based upon some emotional bullshit or whatever the case may be. Because a good dude is a good dude. Let's not let that shit get lost in translation, because we know what good dudes versus. I
mean, everybody has a different definition, though.
So let's talk about it. What is a good dude and y'all definition? Aisha, I'm gonna let you start it off.
So a good dude to me is just like one that is always honest, always forthcoming.
Come on.
No. We didn't say that this is. Wait. We didn't say. Listen, we did not say, right, We did not say how shit happens or whatever the case may be. We said, what is your
All right, so
definition
let's
of
hear
a
it.
good dude? And for me, being honest, being upfront, letting me know what's what, you know what I mean? Being honorable in all aspects of his life, um, taking care of his business, handling his business, being responsible, like it. A good dude is your character, not necessarily what you can do for me, but how you carry yourself day in and day out. You can say you a good dude, you can talk a whole bunch of shit, but if your actions don't back it up, whether I know about them or not, you can look in the mirror and know what it is you're doing and how you're conducting. You can say I'm a 100% thorough real ass nigga, right? But when you look in the mirror, is that what you really see?
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. An individual that carries it no matter what, in my face or out my face. It doesn't necessarily, a good dude to me is
Carry,
not about what you can provide for me. It's
carry,
not about what you can do for me. It's about how you carry yourself. And if you're honorable, if you're an honorable
what
individual.
does honorable look like though? Like we throw these
Yeah.
words around. We throw these words around with no legitimacy to them or no
Mhm.
substance to them. What does honorable mean? Because you
Honorable
said it,
to me means being true to who you are. And if you want to be a MF, if you want to be a motherfucker that's doing X, Y, and Z, then stand on that. That's honorable to me, whether I like it or not. Be honorable, be true to yourself. Don't give me a facade. Don't give me what you think I want. Don't give me what you think is going to make me cool and then do something else.
like
That to me
so
is
when
not
you say
honorable.
hold up. Like let's conversate. Let's like all
Mhm,
that right there. Let's conversate for a second. Again,
mhm.
because we're trying to understand what that means. You're throwing words honorable. How? So you're saying do
But I
things
just
like
said
what?
it.
Do things like
I
what?
just said it. I
Do
just said it. Do things like staying
Stand
true
word.
to your
Right.
word.
Right.
what?
Stand
Whatever it
word.
might be.
Look,
It could be if you tell
that,
me you going to the fucking supermarket at 12 o'clock, then you going to the supermarket. It could be whatever, Nell. Being true to your word in every facet. It could be
Right.
if you changed your drawers in the morning, if you showered at 2 o'clock, if you went to the supermarket and grabbed some crabs at 4 o'clock. It could be whatever. Did you go take your mother to the supermarket? It could be whatever. Being honorable in every aspect, wherever you say out your mouth, and being true to that, whether I like it or not. That's being an honorable individual to me. That's it. It's just as simple as that for me. It's not about what you can do for me. It's not about what you can provide for me. It's for me, and I can't speak for all women, but I'm just saying for me, a man who is a good dude is someone who is true to himself and is true to himself. That's how he is true to me.
T, what's a good dude, T?
I would say it caters to each woman. So to be a good dude for some women have been battered. So you may not be whipping her ass. It's levels to it. So it's all about how you take care of her, and that's not financially, but it's
Right.
about are you there for her. So if I'm there for you in whatever facet that you need me to be there for you, then I would consider myself a good dude.
Right. It be simple. It's not always just, real technical things. It's just about, you know what I mean, your character and how you carry yourself in all walks and everything.
So what's your answer now?
Multifaceted. It's
Right.
going to be a number of different things. It's not about and we get caught up in this financial shit, but it's not
Right.
about that. It's just about each and every aspect of just life,
Mm.
being able to hold it down, being able to just be something, inspiration, being a stability, just being somebody that you can count on, regardless of whatever the
Right.
situation may be. You know what I mean? Being a voice of reason, being a pillar, being a rock. You know what I mean? Everything ain't always going to go that other person's way, but they know they can. They know they got something there at the end of the day that's going to be of substance, and that's what a good woman is. A good dude is just a person that got substance. That at the end of the day, you know that you can believe in and count on them for whatever, right? And I think people get lost in this fucking it gets lost in translation when things don't go the opposite person's way. They think, oh, that person ain't a good person, or this person is whatever. That shit is emotional. Because truth be told, a person that's rocking with you, investing their time and attention into trying to see that your life is better than or trying to add value, not even better, trying to add value to your life. People don't see that as being a quality. They think that is what it's supposed to be. People don't have to do that. That's not their responsibility. It's a necessary need that it happens that way. But at the end of the day, when you dissect some shit, if this person is bringing some positive energy to your fucking life or doing something that you can't do for yourself, that ain't no fucking bad person.
Right. But no, you also got to realize that that might not be what she wants from you.
Right.
Then if that's not what she wants, then she got to go about. Then she got to do what she got to do.
Yeah, and I think for
this is the thing. You got to make it make sense. Right? Make it make sense. If that's not what you want, then that's not what you want. Tell the person what you want and allow them to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And don't expect, this is what people have fucking failed to realize, right? They think you supposed to know every fucking thing. And they think that they don't have to tell you something, or they got to give you little bits and pieces of information. If you want somebody to know something, dumb it the fuck down in the fucking dumbest fucking term so they can understand it the way
I
you
agree with that.
understand it. Fuck all that other shit. Fuck all that trying to whatever. If you want somebody to understand something, communicate it to them how they need to be communicated. Talk to them. And if you can't, that's a fault of yours, not theirs.
Facts.
It's not their fault if you can't articulate yourself, or you can't open your fucking mouth and you can't tell this person whatever. But we got to get off of this. I think so many people.
But are you bowing out in that situation now?
No, I'm not bowing out.
That's what I'm saying.
No,
right.
Hey, this is the thing. No one said nothing about bowing out, but I'm just saying at the end of the day, we gotta understand. If this person, you say you love this person, right? Because we throw this word around, I love a lot. If you love a person, your responsibility to that person that you say you love and who say they love you is to make it easy for them to love you the way you want.
Can we stop right there for a second? Can people stop throwing that word around?
Yeah.
You ain't there yet.
Right.
How about that? You ain't there yet.
What if you are there?
But you not.
What if you are there?
You're not. There's not enough time invested in this. I don't give a fuck how you feel about this person. Y'all 2-3 months in, you're not fucking there yet. Get through the seasons first.
Yeah,
get through the seasons first.
2-3 months is wild.
Right.
At the end of the day, I think it gets lost in translation and people so quick. Like, again, I keep saying this shit. We live in this world where people think you can just throw something in a microwave and this shit supposed to come out the way you want it. If you say you love somebody, invest your fucking time and energy into creating and molding that person into what you want them to be. That's what love really is. Love is understanding that person at the end of the day, before they got with you, was an individual and still is a fucking individual. This person thinks how they thinks. Get into their mind and see how they think and understand what their world looks like, and so they can understand what your world looks like. Everybody's so fucking quick to run and jump ship or be over emotional instead of fucking talking. All right, cool. Let's say somebody has a fuck up. Fucking have a conversation first. What's the purpose of running away and doing all this and all that? That shit is just irkful to me.
No, that's the same shit I said when she's entertaining other people. It's the same shit I was saying.
That shit is irkful to me, bro. It's like at some point you're in a relationship. Everything ain't always going to be peaches and fucking cream. It's how you deal with them that is going to show the true level of your relationship, right? It's going to show the true grit of what you say you love about that you love this person, right?
Hold on now. Lady B, I do agree that there is a thing of love at first sight, but that's a rare instance. That's not an everyday thing. So, yes, you got to put the fucking time in. I don't know why don't people understand that shit. Like, I'm lost. What are we doing? They wake up the next day after, whatever. Now you love? No, you don't fucking know my fucking history. How about that? You don't fucking know me yet. You look, you love my aura, you love my energy. You might love certain characters, but you still don't fucking know me yet.
This is another thing too. And Ish, you said something so powerful earlier when we was talking about vacations that stumped me and T.
Mm.
When you said it's a woman's responsibility. Women have to understand that they have responsibilities in the well-being of their relationship the same way that they want the man to contribute to that. Right?
Mm-hmm.
We can't sit back and expect everything to be one-sided and then we just take and we don't give.
Nigga, how many times I gotta tell you we gotta eat shit and die?
Cut it out.
Ish,
Like I be trying to figure it out. Like who y'all be?
Why do you gotta try to figure it out?
No, I'm just saying because like that's just not how I move and how I operate. And I know it's women out there that don't move and operate like this. So that should just be like foreign to me. Like what? Where? When? Who? What? When? Where? Why? How?
You plan the vacations, right?
Mm-hmm.
You plan the dinner dates?
Mm-hmm.
Whose responsibility is that?
It's nobody's responsibility.
It's nobody's responsibility.
It's both parties, right?
Both parties, or whatever the case.
You know why?
That's a choice. It's a personal choice. It's a choice. It's not nobody's responsibility. It's a choice.
No,
it's where you most comfortable in a relationship.
Not nobody's responsibility. It's both parties' responsibility because we both get entertainment and enjoyment from it.
Right.
Because if somebody don't make a fucking choice, then it ain't gonna happen.
Both parties.
Then it just don't happen. So if we don't, I don't give a fuck.
You don't give a shit. It's the thing. You don't give a fuck, but she might.
Right. But it's still not her responsibility or mine to plan a date. It's a choice. Am I going to get up and go? If I choose to, it's not my responsibility. Fuck no. You suck my dick. Just like that. It's a choice. It's a choice if I fucking go. I'm making a choice. It's not my responsibility.
But it's also for the greater good of the relationship when both parties are both into it.
My nigga, I agree with you, but it's nobody's responsibility. It's a choice.
It is
a choice.
Right. And that's the problem is people.
But when we start to realize that we have a responsibility to look, let's say you want to go somewhere, right?
Right.
You want to do something. You're responsible to make it happen if that's what you want to do.
For me, she ain't responsible.
She's not responsible. But if you want to do it, then you can't complain to her because she didn't do it.
I'm not complaining to her.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. It can't be a complaint from the other party if it don't happen. If you want it to fucking happen and you want to do it, then make it happen. Don't complain about it. Just make it happen.
I agree with that, but I still don't believe it's a responsibility of each side. I think it's all still choices. It's all still a choice.
And here's another thing too, like individuals have to say, I choose this. Right. I choose to be so into you that I want to plan things, that I want to do things, that I'm just not placing the onus on you to complete these tasks. I choose to want to be indulged in this relationship so much that it makes me excited to do these things where these things don't look like tasks to me.
Right.
Planning trips, planning dinner dates or whatever, this is exciting because I choose you. Like I love you. I love our time together. And this is something that excites me. And I'm doing this. Like, you see what I'm saying? That's really what it boils down to. And I feel like sometimes people place so much onus on it being a task or it being a responsibility that they lose the actual meat of what it truly is and what it is truly to experience when you are in love with somebody. That is something that's so fun and so passionate and so exciting. Like, I want to be in a relationship always where my significant other or me, myself, that we are always constantly like
that
constantly
we're always
just
that we're
bouncing
always
back, tennis,
choosing.
ping
That we're
pong,
always
and
that
we're
we're always
always
each that
choosing.
we're always choosing each other. It's not
Facts.
a responsibility, it's a
Facts.
choice.
It's a choice.
Facts. It's a
We're
choice. It's a
each other.
choice.
We're choosing each
Absolutely.
other instead of
Right.
choosing to not be with each other. We're choosing
Yes.
things that will come in between us. Because
Facts.
far too often do we see that to be the case.
Yeah.
We're finding more things to divide us than to bring us closer. We're
Closer
choosing
together.
to hinge our existence on something negative that will cause a wedge than figuring out how to get rid of this negative thing and create positive memories
Right.
and create
Mhm.
positive outcomes and create positive spaces. We'll much rather sit up here and debate back and forth some shit that we could just say, you know what? This is how I feel. I'm letting you know how I feel. I'm going to let you figure it out. That way the outcome can be positive and boom, boom, boom. Nah, you know what? We got to get our point across. We got to keep beating it and belaboring it and fucking going to the fucking moon and being upset about it and not talking and all that shit. That shit ain't love. Because love figures it out. Love sits there and says, you know what? I love this person enough that I don't want to be in this negative place. I don't want to be in this upset place. I love you enough that I want to be happy with you. I
But
want to
Nell,
figure it out.
right.
Fuck, no. When you put butts on stuff,
Not real because it's not realistic. What you're saying is not realistic.
No, but listen, I get.
hold up. Let's cut the it's not realistic shit
It's
out,
not.
right? So because we're not making it realistic. It can be realistic.
No, I agree with you. Some things can be realistic, but some things are not going to be understood by the other person. It's just some things that's not going to be understood. It's not going to happen.
And you know, and guys, you know why it's not understood? Because there is this thing that lies deep in the middle of that, and that is pride and ego.
No. That's not that's a part of it, but that's not always the case. It can be you don't understand me because you ain't me. You haven't been through what I've been through. Your life is not mine. You're not going to understand how I think and how I move about everything. That is a thing.
But that's true.
You don't have to do that.
But this is the thing. If you're going to use that as a badge of honor, that you don't know me and you don't know what I've been through, don't get the fuck off the porch.
That's not true.
No, because if you if you using that, oh, you don't know me, you don't know what my story is, you don't know what it is. Don't put yourself in the position for somebody to try
listen. I can tell you that I've been shot before. If you haven't been shot, you ain't gonna fucking understand it.
I get it.
That's the facts of it.
I get it. I've been shot before. I've been shot before.
Everybody's not going to understand everything. Everybody's not going to understand
just like
everything.
You've been shot before.
But that's what I'm saying. No.
But the thing.
No, hold on. No, what I'm saying is the people that haven't, they're never going to understand it because they haven't. It don't matter how you tell them, how you spin it, how you show them. They can't get it because they're not doing it. They haven't been through it.
I'm cool with that. I'm cool with that because I've been shot too. And that shit is a fucking pain that I never would want anybody to experience. But I never had a baby either.
Right.
And that pain that somebody else other than myself has incurred. So we felt
I'm never going to understand that.
Look,
I'm not going to understand that.
This is the thing. If you're saying that you want to be in something, you can't put excuses on everything to the reason why you choose not to grow.
But that's what I'm saying. It's not always an excuse. It's just a fact.
So we're going to leave that be a fact for the rest of our life?
No, there's differences. There's differences in people. So there's going to be things that just not going to be understood. That's a fact.
It's absolutely. I'm not saying you're going to understand every aspect of somebody, right? Mm-hmm. But the moment we start throwing this I love you shit, love me enough to be able to let's figure it out. That's all I'm asking.
I'm lost on the figuring out shit. That's the part that I get lost on. I'm lost on it. Dog, my nigga, everybody's not going to be able to figure it out. Some shit is just going to be what it is.
So what you do in that situation?
You choose. You still choose your person.
Okay.
That's it.
So you figure it out. Or, I mean, you just say, all right, this is who this person is and whatever. then if when all right, so you stand with the figure it out. I mean, you stand with the this is just my person.
All right.
You can't get mad about shit that.
I'm not mad.
You can't get mad on the shit if they don't move the way you want them to move. Just
I'm
because,
not mad.
and that's how I feel. I don't get
I
mad
agree with you.
like that. I don't
I
give a
agree
fuck.
with you.
I don't give a fuck because I love you enough to be like, you know what? That's you. That's just you. That's your personality. But if you want to take that stance, you can't get mad about shit that you might not understand.
I agree with you, but that's not how people operate. People are still people. So yes, they're going to be. You should understand my shit, and I'm not going to understand your shit. That's people. Welcome to the world, my nigga.
Bro.
welcome to the world of people.
You can't get mad. How you get mad about something if you say, I understand. I want you to understand how I feel, but I'm never going to understand how you feel.
You can't get mad.
Just for to deal with it.
If you choose your person, yes.
If you choose your person.
That's why
and then eventually
you're gonna have to eat.
Right. Some shit you're gonna have to eat, some shit you work through, and some shit, you know, by you guys going through life and living through life and understanding and unfolding, that shit will fix itself.
Right. And even if it doesn't fix itself, y'all both still choosing each other. So what the fuck we doing?
Right. And choosing each other is the most important part, because that's how you get to 40, 50, 60 years of being together, because you continuously choose each other no matter what. That's it.
Part. That's what I was saying. If you're choosing a person, then you figure it out. Either you're dealing with it. It's that simple.
Right. But I want you to also know that there's going to be some shit that can't be figured out.
And be figured out in a certain amount of time. Like,
no, there's some shit that no matter how much the time is, it's not going to be figured out. There's girls that have been molested and they have scars and X, Y, and Z, and that shit can't be figured out. That's not on you. You can't help her with that. Y'all cannot figure this shit out. That is her scar. You have to let it be.
Different. That's different.
No, it's not different. It's just an example. It's just an example.
It is an example, but I'm talking about things that's everyday problems or everyday occurrences that can be talked about.
Right.
No, but now just knowing
what I'm saying is everything ain't to be a detriment in your relationship.
Right. No. So my question is, so if she chooses not to understand you, then what?
Then that's it. Either she gonna have to understand or she don't.
She's choosing not to.
But at the end of the day, my love for her wants her to understand me.
Right, but she's choosing not to. Now, what you gonna do?
If I choose to stay there,
that's what I've been saying for the longest time.
I get it. I get it. You gotta eat that. But at the end of the day, you gotta be afforded that as well.
I agree, but that's not people. This is why I tell you that I don't deal with people. This is why I don't deal with people.
And that's the reality of right. And that's just the reality of human nature. But, it's just
reality. The reality is we can win together. Right. It's really a simple formula.
Sure, but people are not simple. Humans are not simple in no way, shape, or form.
The simple formula is, all right, I got it. I hear you. All right, I'll fix it. All right, I got it. I hear you. Whatever the case may be. It ain't like tearing each other down is fucking crazy.
It is crazy, but that's the way of people. No, what I'm saying to you is that it's all a choice. You can be in something with a girl and she can say, I need you to do X, Y, and Z. And you can say, I need you to do A and B. And she can choose not to do A and B. Now it's your choice. Are you going to stay or not? It's that simple. What you going to do? What you going to do? She don't have to choose your shit. She don't have to choose to understand either side of it. They don't have to choose. It's always a choice.
No one has to choose. And that's what I was saying to you earlier, right? It goes the same thing. If that person chooses to stay, they have the opportunity to choose. You can't tell somebody, all right, I'm running with this mate, and that one, and I'm still in liking you, but I'm going to move on. You can't tell a person that they're wrong for moving on.
No, who said you was wrong for moving
said
on?
that. That's why I said it's the beauty of being able to choose.
When I was
It's just
earlier,
it's just the
when
fact.
I was saying that shit earlier, y'all was like, "Oh,
I
Because
said
you
it's the beauty in being able to
because you
choose.
said
You
you were
just
choosing.
might.
Hold on, Ish, because you said you were choosing to move on. I said I'm not choosing to move on because this is where I want to be. I don't care if she got 3 or 4 other niggas. This is where I want to pursue. If that's what I want to do, that's what I want to do. It ain't about what she's doing. It's
Exactly.
about what I want to do.
And that's how I feel. I don't give
The
a fuck
beauty
about
of
none of that.
choosing.
At the end of the day, my feelings have me here. My love for you has me here. And this is where I choose to be. I choose to make it work. I choose to figure things out more or less than complain and bitch about things that can be fixed. That's the whole narrative of the whole situation. We can find other avenues to fix a problem or to fix a disagreement or come up with ideas to fix it instead of just fucking being upset and being our feelings and whatever the case may be.
Can you spell woman for now? That's all. Spell woman for him. That's all.
I mean, too, and I be feeling like some of the petty.
Wanted to fix a problem, Nell.
Huh?
When the fuck has a woman wanted to fix a problem?
We be wanting to fix problems.
Fuck out of here. Y'all love problems.
Listen, we be wanting to fix problems. But I do feel like this, no, just like piggybacking off of your last statement, like, you know, being able to deal and work through things and not being so quick to just argue about the dumb shit and all of that stuff. I feel like too sometimes there are underlying things that are not being spoken on or not being addressed.
Who's fault that?
Right. And I'm not
Whose
saying
fault is that? If you don't want to
fault.
open your motherfucking mouth and don't understand to bring the underlying thing to the truth, then to the top of it, then that's your fault.
That's not true now.
How is it not?
Because what if she's had issues and she don't feel comfortable explaining that to you? Then what if even if she does feel comfortable explaining to you, but you can't do shit about it? There's a lot of reasons.
No. Hold up. By somebody telling you something, you could get an understanding.
That's not true.
Can't you?
Because you just heard what she said, nigga. You didn't go through it.
All right. Now I understand. This is
you don't understand it because you didn't go through it.
No. So hold up. Let's backtrack a little bit. How many times have we as men heard? Tell us what's going on. Tell us what your thoughts and tell us what your past, because it helps me to understand you in the future. But then you open your mouth and say something and they still don't understand.
That's what I just said.
Right.
Right.
But what you also have to realize that even if y'all open the door to that, even if sometimes you can genuinely provide a safe space, there are still some times that a woman doesn't feel safe. It has nothing to do with you per se. Excuse me. It's just something.
Saying all this, right? When the fuck do we now advise on how to move better? Because all I'm hearing is that's not women. Women can't. Men got. So
you have to know your person.
Fuck all the knowing a person.
You have to know your person.
When do we put it all on the table and we find resourceful ways to come to a resolution that is beneficial for the well-being? That's what the conversation always should end with. How do we? What ways are we going to improve on this? Let's give ways to improve. Let's stop hitting on a negative and let's now focus on ways that we can improve and shape things so we can now find common ground. Let's do that. Our voices are strong to where we can now say we should look at things like this. It's a conversation. It's a simple way of dealing with things, or just having a hard conversation. I'm hearing none of that.
Because there's some shit that it don't matter with the conversation.
It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
We gotta stop with it. It doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't.
At some point, everything has a conclusion to it.
That's not true.
Either you want to fix it or you don't.
That's not true. No. Right. Women that have been battered, it can't be fixed. They're battered.
It matters to a certain extent now.
It's always going to be there.
It's always going to be there.
He might handle it a little bit better, but it's still going to be there. It ain't nothing you can do about that. It's there. Some of that shit is just there.
Right. And I feel like too, sometimes where there is a safe space and there is a concentration on a negative, there's just some sort of blockage. And it doesn't necessarily have to be from you, the person who is on the other end. It could be within themselves. But if you know your person and that is where you want to be and that is what you want to work through, then eventually those blockages will begin to break down. It's just all a matter of exactly what it is that you are attempting to do with your person. Because if you get to the point where, you know what I mean, the negative arguments, the blockages and all of that are problematic,
but
then
do we know that it's okay to not be able to fix everything? It's okay.
right.
We can still move forward. We can still have a positive relationship.
Yeah,
it's okay that everything's not going to be fixed. It's okay.
that is true. That is true. But some people want instant fixation, if that's a word. People want it to be, because this, just like I said, well, why do we always have to focus on the negative or whatever the case may be? That is something that is obviously a blockage, and it's something a little more difficult to work on it or fix. So that's something that might not be able to be fixed. It's people want things to be a certain way, and not all the times can they be that way.
Right.
You said it. People sometimes want it to be that way, and they don't want to fix it.
Right.
They want to stay in that negative place. They want to wallow in that nonsense.
Right. That's what I said. So what you gonna do now?
Instead of saying this is foreign to me, or this don't feel right. Let me figure it out and get to another spot. I don't like how I feel right here. Let me figure it out and fix it. People want to be in that negative spot. That's all I'm asking. How do we? What do you do?
No, there's nothing for you to do. That's why I said everything can't be fixed. Some people are in denial. They don't even know that this is a thing. They don't even know what it is. It's there. They blocked it out. They didn't forgot about it, but it's still there. You can't fix that.
I don't know.
Some shit is there and it can't be fixed, man. I don't know why people don't understand that. Lady B, yes, there are some men that are scorned as well. I was just using that as an example. Right. It's not just a woman thing. I was just using that as an example.
This is true. And I mean, shit goes both ways, honestly. Right. It goes both ways. You know, yes, we can say women are emotional, women are scorned, women have a lot of baggage.
How many women are with men that have no emotional side, that have no sensitivity? And you just have to love your person through that. You can't fix that all the time. They're not going to be that. You can want them to be that all you want them to be. They're not going to be that. You have to still choose them beyond that if that's what you want to choose.
Right. And it's difficult too, because there are going to be times where you just be like, I can't deal with this motherfucker. This motherfucker is driving me nuts, because this motherfucker is just not, I'm giving a safe space. I'm providing everything that I can, or whatever the case may be. And they are just still so hurt.
Right.
That they can't see past that, but you love that person enough through all of that. So yeah, I definitely get it and I understand it. But you know, again, that comes with the comfortability of your person, of knowing your person and learning and growing your person. If there are still questions to be asked, like simple, minute questions, that's some shit to work on. You know what I mean?
What are the simple, minute questions though?
I mean, if you still got to figure out, I mean, unless this is a new situation, if you still got to figure out what your person and how your person operates, like small, minute questions, like, well, do you shower at 12 o'clock? What are you doing today? And that person, you know what that person is doing, or that person has shown you X, Y, and Z. You're not paying enough attention to your person. You're not getting to know your person. You're not trying to dive into the realities of your person. If I've dealt with you for a year,
are these people just cast away? Like, you just cast these people away because they don't pay attention?
No. What I'm saying is get serious about your person. That's what I'm saying.
Get
Get
serious.
serious about your person.
I agree with both
Get
of
in
y'all.
tune.
I agree with both of y'all, but these are also characteristics of certain people. Certain people don't have the characteristics to pay attention. And that don't mean that they don't love you or that they're not serious about you. That's just not their personality.
No, absolutely not. But
That's true.
it brings calls for
Because-
question.
But then what happens is they still want that in return, though.
Right. True.
And then that's a characteristic that they do have. If they want it for themselves,
No, that's not true. That's
if they
not
want
true.
it for themselves, then how can that not be a characteristic of something?
That's not true. No. That's not true. No, that's not true. You can want your feet rubbed, but be like, I hate rubbing feet. So that's not true. You can want something that you know you're not going to do. That's a thing. That is a real thing. That's a thing.
But then you can't hold somebody hostage if you're not willing to do the things that you want done as well.
We can say this is as many ways as we want to say it, but people are people. This is what I be trying to tell y'all all the time.
But again, it goes back to the very thing that I said. Cool. If people gonna be people, then certain shit that you get upset and mad about and carry on, as you know, carry on a vengeance on is crazy.
I tell you all the time, motherfuckers, it's crazy.
At a certain point, it's cool. Like, at a certain point, it's like cut the.
Do I not
If you want to be on some shit, that's crazy.
That's how people are. I say this shit every fucking day.
Right.
People
right.
are crazy.
But that's the beauty of choice, though. Now, back to what I was saying, it's the beauty of being able to choose what it is you want to indulge and deal with. Because people are going to be who they are.
Right.
And it's the possibility that some people may never change.
Right.
And some things may never become clear.
But this all right, cool. Solid. We all got our own issue. We all got our own wants,
right?
And want whatever. I'm not allowing something I'm not allowing something to tear something away that I want. It is what it is. I'm not going. If I tell you I love you, my love for you is not going to want to see that not be.
No, that's what I just said about the chick messing with the multiple guys. It's the same thing, dog.
15 bodies.
It's the same thing, dog.
Conversation has been off the chain.
Deal with the 15 bodies. He said that.
No, I said that's the same thing. I didn't say I was dealing with the 15 bodies. I said I'm not going to turn you away just because I'm at the finish line and you're not. That's what I said.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
So relationships take work, as we all know. This shit ain't for the lighthearted. It ain't for the weak. It ain't for those that, you know what I mean, looking for instant gratification. Like, relationships with people take work. Right? You gotta understand that. And when you understand that shit, you gotta put yourself in a space to say, we're both imperfect individuals trying to be in a situation that's perfect for us. So if knowing that, fixing things, that's problems that arise, should have a level of, all right, I want to fix this instead of letting this break this up. Or letting us
woman again, Ish. Spell woman again for now.
I know how to spell it.
But this the thing, like, we gotta stop that giving passes.
It's not a pass. It's not a pass. I don't excuse them for it. I just acknowledge it. It's like I'm not giving them an excuse, and I don't agree with their actions. But I know how women are. That's all.
Absolutely, that's how they are as well. And you put it to the point where, all right, that's just her. I want to deal with her, so I gotta put up with that shit or whatever the case may be. But the same token is, all right, cool. At some point, we gotta have some type of playing field to where it's like, all right, you can be mad about this, but at some point, like, all right, let that shit go. Let that mad shit go. That shit is corny.
It is. I agree with you, but she's not letting it go.
Corny. That being mad shit is corny. Like,
she's not.
No, she's not letting it go.
She's not. She don't want to.
It's lame though. It's fucking corny and lame. It's like, all right, because it's another way to go about handling shit. Cool, you could be upset in your feelings for whatever the case may be, but figure that the fuck out. Let's move on and get better with this shit. Like, let this shit be something that was a blimp on the radar for a minute, but we fixed it and we got to a better fucking place. Like, all that shit is corny. Like,
no, that would make the world a perfect place, but we don't live in a perfect place. We live in a
and humans are going to be humans, and people are going to be people, and there's going to be so many differences and what's acceptable and what's, you know, what is good for them, and it's just all a matter of if that's going to be what you want to be compatible with, then you're going to work through those differences no matter how hard.
Some of those differences you just got to eat, man. It is what it is. I say that all the time, man.
Like them Haribos.
I say that all the time, man. Some shit you got to eat, man. Some shit she not going to let go. Some shit she going to be mad about. And she want to be mad about it. She's choosing. She's purposely choosing to be mad. Instead of fixing the problem, she's choosing to be mad.
Right. But y'all also have to realize, why is she like, do y'all think about why the person is choosing to be mad?
I am woman. What the fuck are we talking about?
She's a woman.
Yes, it's because she's a fucking woman. I am woman. I am crazy. Yes, she's choosing to be mad. She's choosing not to fix it. Yes, that is woman. I don't care how y'all spin it. I don't care who in the chat disagrees. That is, I'm fucking 43 years old and I've been dealing with this shit for fucking ever. Y'all can't tell me this shit ain't true. That is, I am woman.
But you asked the question, Ace, do you know why she mad?
Right. Do y'all feel like it's another reason as to why she mad, or it's just because she's emotional?
It could be one.
A number of different things.
That's what I'm saying. It could be one. It could be all.
You don't say it and say exactly what it is. I can only speculate. All right, she mad about this, and it could be not even that. It could be a whole different situation. What she mad about? But tell me, so I can fix it. I don't do it again. I don't want to do that shit again. I don't want to make you mad. That's like the worst. That's the least of my fucking things I want to do.
Diana,
I'm in my feelings because I got to deal with this shit.
Diana, there is always a reason, but the reason might not have nothing to do with you. So you trying to fix some shit that ain't got nothing to do with you. You can't. It ain't got nothing to do with you. That's what it is, man. This mature woman shit. I see Lady B saying that the mature. I'm gonna say there's both of us not mature, man. Let's just stay right there.
Yeah.
We both have our immature moments. Right. We got, and I take that shit. Like at the end of the day, I never sit up here. I'm never gonna sit in here in front of nobody and act like I'm holier than thou. I fuck up. I do shit that the next person ain't gonna like. I do shit that the next person ain't gonna understand. I do shit that the next person ain't gonna agree with. But at the end of the motherfucking day, my heart is fucking compassionate enough and empathetic enough that if you be like, no, I don't like that shit, Nell going to try to figure a way not to do that shit again. Or like, all right, I got it, I'll fix it. Because I ain't got time at this big age that I'm in now.
That's what I was about to say. No, how old are you?
Very old.
How many times have you addressed a problem and fixed it? How many times have you seen a woman address a problem and fix it? That's what the fuck I'm talking about, man. I ain't telling y'all this shit. What the fuck are we doing?
Oh, man.
They don't care about fixing shit.
I mean, not all.
Not all, but for majority, they like to be in that mad space. It gives them power. It makes them feel like, ugh.
Right. Well, yeah, I mean, it's obvious and evident that, some people love to dwell in that space for whatever reason.
Cool. You can be the fuck mad at me. I can't change your emotions. What I would love though is fucking just speak. Hey, baby, how you doing? You feeling okay? You're cool. I love you. Even though I'm fucking mad at you, I hate you. You ugly as shit, but I still love. Like, it's this fucking like if you so mad that we can't even have a fucking good morning, good afternoon, hey, how you doing?
That is facts, Lady B.
That shit is fucking as insane.
It is insane. Nigga, this is not my everyday fucking sentiment to y'all.
It's cool. We can have I got my issues. It's times when I'm fucking mad. It's times when she might get on my motherfucking nerves, and I'm in my bag. I still want to fucking say. I still want to fucking say hi or what the fuck ever. Or I'm thinking about the motherfucker. Or if she texts me or I text her, I know I can fucking. It's cordial, and I'm cordial enough to be like, all right, what's up?
You are man, not woman. Hey, Lady B, what I'm saying is nobody wants to walk around mad. What I'm saying is that when women get mad, sometimes instead of fixing why they mad, they like to be mad. Stop acting like y'all don't know that this is a fucking real thing.
I hate that mad shit.
And you know what, too? You know what, too? If you mad at your person, be mad at your person. But at the end of the day, support your fucking person. Because that shit, taking that shit to the world and demeaning them and making them less than is fucking crazy. Right? Because you can be mad at your person. But at the end of the day, if y'all a unit, y'all a unit. All that outside shit and taking that shit to people and playing them in public and all that disrespectful shit that's in the world now. Because y'all be watching this stupid ass reality TV and they go on here and they disrespect their husbands and their wives, and that's normal. Instagram and Facebook, everybody's very disrespectful. Stand up for your fucking mate, even if they make you mad or whatever. Never take your fucking issues outside of your home, which is with that person. You could be upset and mad at them, but support them in public, whatever. All that other disrespectful shit is fucking corny. Because we show our immaturities when we step out here and do immature shit. You can be mad at somebody, have a disagreement with them or whatever. But that shit in public and playing them and all that other shit is fucking crazy. Crazy. Because you wouldn't like that if they did that shit to you. You'll feel like, oh shit, this is fucking wild.
Ish, can you see my comment?
What comment? Where is it? Woman. I can't. I cannot.
I'm just saying, man.
So look, Lady B says, I date men boys. I'm gonna say this, right? I'm gonna step out there and I'm gonna expose myself. I consider myself a man. But we all do immature shit to somebody.
Thanks.
Right? We could be in a relationship and our partner might not like something that we did. And it's not because we trying to do it purposely or we trying to be funny as shit. It just might be a thing that we didn't think extensively. Or our mind didn't conjure up the problem that your mind might have had. Right? And at a point, it's like, cool. You recognize, you see something or it's brought to your attention and it's up to you to fix it. That's what separates boys from men, right? A man is willing to fix that shit. A boy is willing to continue to keep making a mistake or using that mistake as a first time as a continued problem. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't like something? Tell me. You unhappy with something? Tell me. And allow me to fix it in my way. Allow me to put my head together and find a way and fix it. I do shit. I'm sure of it.
Where's Ish at? Ish.
Mm-hmm.
Within your girlfriend circle, how many times have you seen one of your female friends be mad about something and purposely choose not to tell the nigga just because she didn't want to? Whatever reason it may be, she's just choosing not to tell him. Like, and she's just going to be mad and like he better fucking figure it out. Tell me this is not a real thing. I don't know, like, why are we acting like this not real?
I mean, listen, no, it's definitely real. It's definitely real. And for some women, like, who get mad, not all the time do they act mad. They could be, having issues with something. Something could be bothering them. They could be mad on the inside and they just won't say nothing and they won't act no different. They be chilling and they just be moving through it and they be working through that shit. They be working through that shit themselves. That's the type of motherfucker I am. Like, and I understand that sometimes that communication may not always be good, but most of the time I don't impose my energy on what I'm grappling with on the other person. I could be upset and I just might carry that. You
Now
might
she
never
be
know
able to
that I'm
tell at the
upset.
right time. When the fuck is the right time?
There, I mean, and listen, and for most of my friends, that's how we operate. Like, most of my friends don't like to be upset and holding on to that energy and bringing that energy into everyday shit. We got more shit to do. Like, it's
No,
other shit to do.
no. How many times has a woman had so many issues or so many problems or whatever it may be that it's not even no room for you to speak about the shit that you got going on? What are we talking about?
Now you fixing your hat, fro? Really? You fixing your fucking hat, fro? I
Let's
can't.
have y'all want to have honest conversation. I'm gonna tell y'all the honest shit. I don't fucking sugarcoat and I don't fucking pander, and I know what it is. That's why I said we just gotta eat shit and die. That's what it is. And you find your person, you love your person, whatever it may be, but there's going to be some shit that you gotta eat.
You gotta eat.
The fact.
You gotta eat it. You got to eat it, and that's understandable. Because we come to terms with it. We already know we've been bred from infancy on the things that we got to do, what we got to deal with, what comes with that, what comes with being in a relationship, and how typically you're not the one happy if they're not happy, right? We hear this whole thing: a happy wife, happy life. So if she's not happy, then you're not going to be happy, which, is tied to somebody else, which it shouldn't never be, but that's how it is. So we come understanding that, but what we don't understand is, all right, cool. Just tell me what it is. Talk to me. Don't give me bits and pieces and then expect for me to understand. Or you ask me a question and I answer it, and then whatever the case may be, then you get even more infuriated when I answer the question. Just fucking talk to me.
All right, so let me ask y'all something. Do y'all feel like women don't gotta eat shit?
So that's what
sometimes.
You see what the problem with this?
Shit.
You see what the problem? You see what you just did? Instead of digesting what was said, ask the question with a question.
No, and the reason that I asked that is just because of hearing the shit that has been said. That's the question that I extrapolated from it. I can understand what you're saying. I get it. I actually agree with you. Like, I just clearly outlined for you exactly how I move, right? So, but my question is, and just understanding the dynamic of men and women, right? And and y'all have said, like, men have to just eat things, right? But what I'm trying to understand is sometimes that women feel like they have to eat things, and they make men eat things. So they go hand in hand. It's not about, do women, like me trying to flip the script. I'm trying to understand in conjunction with one another, because what we do is we separate shit all the time. We say, oh, women make us eat this, that, and the third. I'm trying to see how we're correlating with one another. Not just what men do, not just what women do, but do one bounce off the other. So if a man feels like he has to eat shit, does the women make you eat shit because she's feeling like she's eating shit? Like, understanding the dynamics and breaking down of certain things is the point that I'm trying to make. Not because I didn't hear what you were saying, not because I didn't digest it, but I'm trying to understand the correlation between the two. And just trying to understand that bit just a tad bit more.
Yeah, it's definitely both parties got to eat shit.
Both parties is going to eat shit.
But I'm not a woman, so I can't speak for a woman. I'm speaking from my side. I'm not a woman.
Women go through shit, and men go through shit. That's life, right? Well, my question to you was, and I think I asked 24 times on the show.
Right? How do we fix it?
How do we fucking fix it?
No, because there's not going to be any fixing.
No. Right. You can't say no when the man is asking you, well, how do we fix it? If you feel like you're not getting what you need, how do we fix it then?
You know why there is going to be no fixing now? And it's what I say all the time, because motherfuckers ain't gonna be honest with themselves. It starts with yourself.
Cool.
If you're not honest with yourself, there's no fixing.
Cool. It's cool if you want to think that. That's your thoughts. But if a axe is being asked of you of how do we fix it, and you stay there with the it ain't gonna matter, then you're not putting it out there. Then you have no legitimacy to expect anything different.
Right, but that's the point now. Regardless to what side of real you want to be on, and being real with yourself, it's not going to matter. It could be one side or the other side. Nothing's going to change if a person is not going to be honest.
You cannot know. That's the thing. You think that that's not going to be the case, but you don't know somebody's light bulb.
Yeah, well, I'm going to have guys on intimate conversations as well.
That's not your light bulb. So if somebody say, just tell me what's going to be able to fix it, and you running around it, then you still ain't telling what it is you need to be fixed. It was a simple ask. If you feel that way, then what is it that needs to be done to fix it?
Well, I say shit get fixed when people be real with themselves and stop putting on the fucking facade. That's when shit gonna get fixed. Until that happen, and until a motherfucking can stop stomping around acting like they ever so, and that they shit don't stink, that's when shit is going to get accomplished. And until that happens, nothing's going to get accomplished. Why? Because everybody's going to be on a fucking Ferris wheel going around and around.
I say
you're not even generalizing it. You're putting it at a broad spectrum. So if let's say you got a tiff. We got an issue. You tell me you upset about something, and I say, all right, what can I do to fix it? And you telling me, motherfuckers got to be real with themselves. How? What do you need me to do? Just tell me what you want me to do.
See, here's the thing. and sometimes you say that, and you say that to a person who's supposed to be your person. You know what you're supposed to do.
You're doing just what we always get. Instead of saying what you want,
all right, so what if they are saying what you want?
I just asked
what if they are saying what you want? No, but I'm just saying, let's put it in context.
You got a beef. You got a beef with me. You upset a bit about with me about something. I said, what the fuck do you want me to do to make you feel better? And you giving me that. You ain't get to the comments. Now I'm infuriated because you spinning me.
But that's what I'm saying. Okay, so if in fact y'all feel like it's a spin, right? Let's just say, no, wait.
I don't feel like I don't feel like it's a spin. I feel like shit is not going to be fixed because people don't want to fix it.
I asked you is this. Yo, please, this is not a team up on you.
Right.
I'm not. I don't listen. That's one thing I don't do. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, we about to get to a threesome in 2 weeks. Comment. But what I'm asking you is, if you don't like something that I did, and I say, all right, you communicate that to me somewhat. And now I say, all right, what is it you want me to do? I'm expecting you to tell me something that's going to make you feel better, and I can move accordingly so it don't happen again. I'm giving you the option to tell me any and everything you want.
No, that sounds simple, right?
Yes, I'm asking.
Try it with a woman.
I'm trying to. Right here in the green.
I mean, listen, I feel like this too, and I feel like this why I can be a little biased in certain ways, because I am a big firm believer in letting a motherfucker be exactly who they are. Right? I am, and that's probably exactly why my expressions tonight now, and why you are feeling and digesting me the way that I am being digested tonight, is because I am a big firm believer in letting a motherfucker be exactly who they are.
Do you know what the problem with that is? They don't know who they are. That's the problem.
And that is my exact
fix, because people don't know who they are to even fix anything. You don't even know who you are.
Ding, ding, motherfucking ding. That is it. That is exactly what I've been saying all
I'm not saying
night.
It's just y'all, Angelia. I'm saying people in general don't know who they are. It's not only women. It's people. It's all people. They don't know who the fuck they are.
They don't know who who they are. If they don't know who they are, they can't be real. If they don't know who they are, they can't be true. Nothing can get fixed until you know who you are. That is it. That is all. That is all I've been trying to say. And maybe I didn't get it out right, but that is it, T. That's exactly it. That's all I've been trying to say. People are not being real with themselves. If they can't be real and true to themselves, then it's never. We could talk until we blue in the face. We've been talking about it for 2 hours. We're blue in the face.
We're not blue in the face. We blue in the hat, but
He's just red in the face.
Look, I'm red in the face.
It was, and it still has. If you got it, and I say, what is it? And you give me fluff. How do you expect for me to fix it? Because a person can be true to themselves, right? I can tell you all day long, I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm going to be who I'm going to be. You know Nell, right? Right? But if I give you the opportunity to open your fucking mouth and tell me what you need to fix it, and if you don't give me that, then that's shame on you.
Right. No,
you can't tell a person, that's what I'm talking about. People got to be true to themselves. They got to know who they is. But yeah, a person can be true to themselves, but still want to understand how it is that you want to be rocked with.
Right. But that's still, that too boils down to aligning with somebody who has the same communication style as you.
But wait a minute. No, do you think No. Do you think that's a one-way door? Like a one line? You think that's one line?
Right.
No, it's not one line.
So it's always going to be something.
I get it. But again, tell me.
Right.
Break it the fuck down.
Right. No.
I'd rather you break it the fuck down and however you need to break it down.
No.
I'm mad about something that I can't fucking fix because you want to be mad.
No, I agree with you. But what do I always say? People always say the word communication until it's time to communicate.
They hide behind these fucking devices. They hide behind these fucking text messages and shit like that. Right? Don't say you want to communicate and you know what I mean? If you're not going to communicate, right. That's what I'm saying, though. Either you're going to be mad or you're going to try to fix it. That's all I'm asking. So if you saying you got a problem with something,
and that's what I told, and that's what I look, no, and that's what I told you. They're gonna choose to be mad. They're not gonna choose to communicate. They're gonna choose to be mad.
That's what I was saying. Cool. We stay mad more than we try to fix it.
Right.
And then that shit fosters another problem down the line because you know what happens? Here comes another situation. Now that situation hasn't been fixed, and you throwing that shit back in my face. Oh, remember when you did that? And you didn't give me an opportunity to fix it because you didn't want to tell me what you wanted in that aspect. All right, I fucked up. You say I fucked up. All right, cool. What did I fuck up? All right, I did this wrong. You don't want that. All right, cool. I figured out. I'll figure it out. Now I figured it out. You ain't got to be mad about nothing. But now you over masking your bad. And just moving on now, the next problem now is 2 problems now.
No, I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why though. This is the reason why they don't say it. They scared. Just that simple.
For whatever reason, right. Absolutely, I agree. Whether it be, it's definitely it's something. It's a blockage of some sort.
They scared.
A blockage.
They scared of your reaction. They scared of it's not a
how they gonna look.
Right. They scared of looking a certain way. It's whatever it may be, whatever the reason is fear. It all lies in fear.
Yeah. And if you get more technical about it, fear always stems from something else. It's a domino effect. It's a domino effect. But that's a good thing about these type of discussions, right? Everybody can have a different perspective, a different point of view. We can get heated. We can cuss each other out. Nell could be like, Eesh, what you talking about? Eesh, you not make it make sense, Eesh. You know what I'm saying? Make it make sense, Eesh. You know what I mean? But it's all love and it's all boils down to communicating and talking through these things and getting different perspectives on it, because we all have a different view and how we move and how we operate. And the bottom line is it's all going to be your level of comfortability.
No, what does she say when you say, all right, tell me what it is? What does she say?
Ooh.
Anybody who just how
You know,
what's the response?
you know what it is. That's what they always say. You know it. You know what it. I
That's
ain't
what
got.
I said. They're not gonna say it from whatever reason it may be.
I don't
They
gotta
not
communicate.
going, that's
I
why I
don't gotta tell
said
you how to love me. I don't got man.
it's always communicate until it's time to communicate. That's what I said.
They
They're
use
not gonna
that
say
shit as,
it.
no, what it is they use that shit as a ploy for whatever reason. They use that shit as like a weapon to
That's what
to
I
get
said.
to
They
see
that's
how they
where they
want
get their error at.
they want to do. Cool, solid gold records. It is what it is.
Right. That's how they get their shit off, man. They scoring touchdowns on them Jones, man.
I'll be bugging.
I love y'all, man.
Ladies.
Look, shout out to the ladies in the chat. I love all of y'all, man. I just understand y'all. I don't condone that shit, but I know that y'all are batshit crazy. It's in different reasons and different variations, but y'all all are fucking crazy. And yes, we have our shit as well. I understand y'all shit, and you can't pull the fucking wool over my eyes because I've seen it all.
Well, we damned if we do, we damned if we don't,
Told you, just bend that ass
That's
over
what
and we
I
good.
say.
Bend that ass over and we good. No,
Because it makes it all right.
It do.
It makes it all right. It makes it all right.
Shout out to everybody for joining us tonight. I know we went over this was a show about nothing that wound up ending talking about something. So shout out to everybody out there for joining us. Catch us this Wednesday for Telemade Kicks. We were supposed to have Splash Wednesday last weekend, but we're gonna have Splash Wednesday this weekend, along with a lot of other things that we got to talk about on the show. This Saturday, my second show, my second installment of Make It Make Sense is premiering this Saturday.
Look at this shit. Because we make y'all crazy. No, y'all fucking crazy.
So, shout out to everybody that's been hitting me up, asking me, no, did I miss yesterday? No, you didn't miss yesterday. It's coming this Saturday, so Make It Make Sense. Second episode is coming out, and then it's just again on Sunday for Uncensored Minds. We ticking down to the time when y'all want to see the three of us in the same room, making it make sense, and reloading this Uncensored Minds thing. So shout outs to
hold on now, because I don't approve of this men make us crazy shit. Are you a fucking adult? Take some accountability.
Y'all say women make y'all crazy all the time.
I never said that. You never heard me say that. Not never. You never heard me say that.
What?
Ain't no fucking woman.
I think I might have to pull tape.
Ain't no woman ever going to change how I am. Not never. Not never. You is never going to make me crazy. I don't give a fuck what you do, what you say. I'm going to stand where I stand. You're not going to change who I am as a person. You're not going to fucking make me crazy. Be a grown up, be accountable for your actions and your emotions. You can't blame men for making you crazy. Niggas going to do what they do. Stop acting like people are blind. Like this is a mystery of the shit that men just woke up yesterday and started doing shit. This shit been going on for fucking eons. Cut the bullshit. When are we gonna cut the bullshit? Get us out of here now, because when we gonna cut the bullshit? Yep. What the fuck?
It's always a blame game. That's what it is. Blame game. Instead of just fucking saying, all right, cool, I got my shit, you got your shit, let's figure it out. Everybody want to blame and shit. So that shit is the merry-go-round of inconsistencies, and it is what it is. So shout outs to everybody again for joining us tonight. Continue to keep your ears and eyes open for intimate conversations, make it make sense, and also whenever each do her raw honey segment, when she has those games that she puts out there, so she can give out prizes. So shout out to everybody in the chat. We had a great show tonight. I'm tired. I'm hoarse. Gotta get ready for this upcoming week, but make it make sense. Remember, put God first. Love each other. I mean, love yourself, love each other, and put God first. That's always the motto. We out of it.
This shit is wild.
Yeah.
Good night, everybody. Have a great week.
Hey, Diana, if I am crazy, guess what? Y'all ain't fucking make me crazy. I'll be
Would you say
crazy on
you
my
already
fucking own
crazy
self,
on
and
your
I'll own
own?
it. Y'all ain't gonna fucking do it.
Yeah.